Oh hey, we meet again, Internet Wanderer. It's me, Arcanex, greeting you from your second monitor or your phone because you're on the toilet right now. This video is inspired by the tier list that Dota 2 PowerPoints made a while back. In it, they rank every single Dota 2 ability on a tier list depending on how good they are in the game. Now, the difference between Dota 2 PowerPoints and me is that they're actually a good Dota 2 player. I am not. But what I do like is art and drawing and color design, even though I have no formal training, nor do I pretend like I'm any good at it. This is all cope, okay? But one thing that I do appreciate is the artistry that went into making icons for video games, all the way back to the days of StarCraft and Warcraft and other early RPGs. I always thought that it was rather interesting how they went about designing the icons for the abilities or characters. And obviously, Dota does this as well. A lot of Dispel icons are very memorable in their own right. So I went onto tierlistmaker.com and used the same tier list that Dota 2 PowerPoints used in their video. Great video, by the way. I actually ended up watching all 9 hours. Not the whole thing, obviously, but great video. I'll link it in the video description below. And just one more thing before I get started. This video, there's not going to be much science behind this. I recorded this over the course of maybe over 2 weeks. I would have probably forgotten some of the placements that I put on here. I'm not going to pretend like there was any method or objective rule or criteria that I used. This video is honestly just me ranking these things with the power of vibes, I guess. I will also be using a bunch of obscure video game soundtracks as background noise. And I guess if you want to have a fun little game, try to identify as many songs as you can. Post them in the comment section if you want. I don't know, I'm not your dad. I just have a bunch of these video game soundtracks saved on my desktop, and hey, I want to use them because I like listening to video game soundtracks. They're good. So with all that being said, please enjoy this really long video and I don't know, put it on the background while you're eating or sleeping or doing some other menial task. Enjoy.
Okay, let's get into it. So first I think I need to establish a baseline of what counts as an S, A, B, C, and D. And fortunately, first up is Abaddon, and he puts and his abilities, they cover the gambit pretty well. So first off, Aphotic Shield. This one, it captures what the meaning of the spell rather well. You know, it's a big circle with some wispy lines around it. So it captures what the spell is trying to imply, but doesn't necessarily look all that amazing. So for this one, I'm actually going to put it at B. I may or may not change that later on. But moving on to the next one here, we got Abaddon's ultimate, Borrowed Time. And this one, for sure, this 100% without a shadow of a doubt, S tier. It just looks great. Just look at the fucking thing. The silhouette with the eyes poking out, with the fog and the mist behind him. Great. This is an S tier ability art right there. Next up, Mist Coil. Now this one, in terms of detail, it's actually rather detail-rich for how small of an ability it is. But it doesn't also communicate what the fuck it's supposed to be. Like, what is that? The detail is nice, but you can't tell what it's supposed to be. So for that reason, I'm gonna put it in C tier. The detail is nice. You can see like where the lines break up in the ability icon, and it has a nice like star effect with the light, but it's rather busy and it doesn't communicate what the spell is. So B tier. Next up, we got this Curse. This one, a little average. I'm gonna put it in B. Oh, yeah, B. It's okay. It's an alright spell icon. Shows that his sword is cursed with some power, something. So yeah, I'll keep it there. Next up, we have Underlord, and the reason that he's all the way up here on the top is because according to Dota 2 PowerPoints, is that when they made this list, they did so by looking up the characters' code names, or you know, in the source code. And Underlord's name is Abyssal Underlord, so that's why he's all the way up here. But we'll just go on this list as we go on. So the first one is his aura, Atrophy Aura. This one, it kinda cool. Like you see his ugly mug staring at you with, you know, it kind of looks like Abaddon. Like if you zoom in on Abaddon, you can kind of see like they're the same, but they're not. These guys aren't the same. They have similar color schemes, but they're not the same. Next one is the portal, the rift, or I don't even know what it's called anymore. The portal thing. This one is just I feel like they could have done something with a circle inside. Like show like the silhouette of a city and then like Underlord himself traveling through it, you know, like a dynamic pose. This one, it just feels like circle energy. Doesn't communicate what it's supposed to be. So I'm going to put that in the C tier. Trust me, I'm going to have things to put in D tier. Don't you worry. Next up is Firestorm. Now, despite the name, and despite being one of the poster childs for spells on the big circles on the ground that the enemy does not want to touch, it's green, despite being called Firestorm. So I'm just gonna put it at C, just because, you know, it's just, you'd think it's red, but I guess they wanted to make sure that all his colors are, you know, on theme. So yeah, and it also just kind of looks kind of forgettable. Next up, Pit of Malice. Now this is an example of a spell that, unfortunately, once you zoom in, because I have this zoomed in at 200%, you can see that the details kind of get lost in the sauce. It kind of looks like a concept art almost. And yeah, I guess you could tell that it's a pit, as the spell is called Pit of Malice. But yeah, it looks like a pit of fire, but it's not. It's a pit that stuns people, that roots people. So for this, it has the displeasure of being the first D tier spell icon. And that's Underlord. Next up, Alchemist. First up, Acid Spray. This one puts the big old circle of acid on the ground, dealing damage. It looks kind of generic. I'm not going to think about it too much. C tier. Not that cool. Next up is his shard, I'm pretty sure. The potion. The Berserk potion. The detail, actually pretty nice. Yeah, it looks like a creepy potion that you're not supposed to touch, probably, so I'm going to put it in A tier. The detail is nice. You can see the lighting, despite being such a small icon. Looks good. Next up, Chemical Rage. I'm almost torn to put it as an S tier. You know what? I'm putting it in S tier. Yeah. Yeah, you can see that this guy is roided the fuck out. He's got questionable liquid coming out of his mouth. So, his eyes are red, his skin turned purple. Yeah, it's good. I like this one. S tier. Next up, this is his the passive, the corrosive weaponry or something like that. I don't want to be biased and put it low because the spell itself is forgettable. But I will just put it in C tier, just because it looks like a weapon, but it also just looks like metal that... I guess it's just because Alchemist's weapons aren't very noteworthy, other than... because he doesn't use them unless he's in rage, so I'm just gonna put it in C tier. Next up, Greed. Revel's Greed. Just catch money. Shows you what it is. Pretty simple. It's simple. I like it. The plain background with a text, but I'm just gonna put it as an average B. So there's that. Next up, we got the potion, or sorry, the stun potion thingy. This one, I never actually noticed that you can see it vibrating. That's actually a nice detail. I was gonna put it in C, but I never actually noticed that it has like the shaky details on it. So I'm gonna put it in B tier, just because of that. And I'm sure I must have already brought this up in the intro of this video. None of this is going to be ordered. Just because this is higher in the list than this does not mean it's better in the B tier. There's gonna be no order in the lists. It's either their S, A, B, C, or D. That's it. All right. Next up, Ancient Apparition, Chilling Touch. Ah, boy, I'm almost tempted to put it in B tier because you can tell it's supposed to be like snow or ice or whatever, but it could just be mistaken like for a breeze or something. And also the detail of the icon itself is rather low, so D tier. Next up, Cold Feet. I actually really like this. This is going to be a bit of personal bias, but I'm fairly certain that this, the model that they used to make this icon, that's Kunkka. I'm pretty sure they took Kunkka and took a picture and added like an ice texture over his default boot with maybe some slight Photoshop afterwards. But I'm pretty sure that's Kunkka's boot. And just for that, S tier. I like it. It's funny. Next up, Ice Blast. It does not... okay, it's ice and it's exploding outward. I feel like, and the detail's pretty decent. I'm gonna put it in B tier. Yeah, I guess you can see it as an ice explosion, so it does the job. So I'll put it there. Next up, Ice Vortex. It's definitely a vortex, but despite the name saying what it is, the icon itself is rather low texture, low resolution, and just for that, C tier. Not D tier, but C tier. All right. Next up, we got Anti-Mage Blink. This one, I kind of like it. It's simple. You can tell that it's like he was there, and it like in a blink, literal blink of an eye, he went away. And it keeps on theme. The color is cohesive. That's another thing I'm going to be grading all of these if there's a cohesive color scheme, because most characters have a specific color that they associate with. Anti-Mage is all purple, as you can see. So yeah, I like this one. It's simple. I'm going to put it in A. Next up, Counter Shield, Spell Shield, or whatever, counter blah blah blah. It's his shard for the ally. Funnily enough, I'm going to be skipping forward just a tad. It's supposed to be a reversed version of his normal counter spell, spell shield thingy, but it's way higher. Its resolution is way higher, which shouldn't be surprising because this was added to the game when the game came out in like 2011. This one was added many years down the line, so yeah, that would make sense. So just for that, it looks visually pleasing. I'll put it as an A as well. Mana Break. You can tell it's at his blades, although it could definitely use a spell update because it doesn't actually show the writings on Anti-Mage's weapons. But you can tell that he's hitting something with the mana presumably being drained from them. So I guess it does the job, but the resolution is just also kind of poopy. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in C tier. And next, Mana Void. We have yet another circle void, kind of like the Underlord circle thing. I feel like if they had a bit more time, they could show like a wizard in the silhouette of a wizard and an explosion happening. Like they can put a silhouette there and show him like in the middle of this orb circle thing. Because as it stands, it just looks like if you told someone that this was Luna's eclipse, like someone who's never played Dota, but you told them what the spells of names are, they would think that that's an eclipse. So yeah, I'm sorry, Anti-Mage mains, D tier. Sorry. Or actually, no, C tier. It could definitely be better. I'm on the verge of putting it in D tier, but I'll just put it in C tier for now. And then we got the original counterspell, or whatever it was called originally, before it had the reflect thing. This one is just a worse version of the updated version. Like, you can tell it's like a polygon thing of a lightning hitting it, and it's being shielded, but it's just worse than this one. So, C tier. All right, next, Arc Warden. First up, we got his Q, his Flux. You cannot discern anything from this, so I'm just kind of inclined to put it in D tier. It's supposed to be lightning, right? Or like whatever primordial lightning energy that he hits you with. It doesn't communicate that very well, so C tier. I'm just noticing that this, other than Grievous Greed, this is a very blue, purple, green tier list so far. Don't worry, there's going to be a lot of characters who are in red and orange and the such, don't you worry. Next up, we got Magnetic Field. And yeah, you can tell it's a dome. And I guess I like the fact that it's like the colors do look appealing. However, it's just kind of forgettable. I'm not going to think about it too hard. C tier. Ooh, Spark Wraith. Now this one I like. You can see like all the details on the Spark Wraith itself, the model. I guess it could use just a little bit of lightning effects, maybe on the hands, but other than that, it looks great. So A tier. And now, the Tempest Double, the clone. I feel like this one's a little of a missed opportunity because they could have given the clone, or no, that's the original. The clone is the one with the eyes, but they could have given them both glowy eyes. I feel like it's a missed opportunity. But it still looks nice. It communicates that you are making a clone, an evil clone, an eviler clone, to terrorize your ranked games. So I'm going to put it in B tier. Finally, we get some warm colors now. Axe with the color red. First up, Battle Hunger. This one, despite being somewhat nonsensical, because nowhere does this symbol, I'm pretty sure this symbol does not appear anywhere on Axe. But it looks good. The detailing on the icon is very nice. The subtle glow, the back glow, the rim lighting, very nice. A tier. I'm definitely biased. I like playing Axe a lot. I'm an off-lane player, in case you didn't know. Okay, so we got Berserker's Call. I remember back when Axe still had a ponytail. They had to Photoshop away his ponytail in this picture. And it's just funny that, I mean, he's facing upward, so you can't really see. But yeah, you can tell he looks crazy, and he's yelling out racial slurs, picking a fight. You know, he's being a Redditor. That's why he's red. Get it? Let me ask you a question. This one is good. I will also put this in A tier. Counter Helix. Also very good. You can see him spinning. It also has the same thing of where they had to Photoshop the ponytail away. But it's so small that you can barely see it. This one is also good. Yeah, A tier. A tier. And next up, Culling Blade. You know, I think they could have done better. If I'm being completely honest, they could have definitely done better with this image. But it communicates what it's doing, so I will put it in B tier. Yeah, could have been better. Could have shown like the silhouette of Axe coming down on an unsuspecting injured soldier, and everything else is just dark or like a silhouette except the Axe itself, you know. But I get it, it's a small icon and they don't want to make it look too busy, but still, could have been better. Alright, back to the cold cues, the cold colors. Purple, Bane. First up, Brain Sap. It doesn't really, I mean, in the animation of the spell is him sucking up your life force via his mouth. I guess, you know, I'm just gonna put it in B. It says what it does, and if you do the spell, it will reflect on the icon, I guess, despite the name not being the most accurate. Enfeeble. I don't like this one. You cannot tell what the fuck this is. It looks like, I don't know, a flower being covered in purple paint. D tier. I don't like this one. Fiend's Grip. I really like this one. Bane's hand clutching a skull. Just simple. It's a channeled ability too, so not quite S tier, but I'm gonna put it in A tier. And Nightmare. You know, it doesn't communicate what it is, right? But I just like the black lightning effect with the orb in the middle. It just looks visually pleasing, despite not being the best at communicating what it's supposed to be, so B tier. B tier, yeah. Now, Batrider. Alright. Jesus, there's a lot of spells in there. We're gonna be here a while. Batrider. So, Firefly is... No, it gets communicated pretty damn well. It is a somewhat low resolution picture, which does knock off some points, but I still like it, so B tier. Why can't I... Oops. There we go, B tier. Alright, Flame Break, Molotov Cocktail. It's fine. I guess this is just a common thing with a lot of the original or older Dota heroes. All of their icons are just going to be on the lower resolution side. There's nothing really much I can do there. So this one, it's fine. C tier. Flaming Lasso. I feel like they could have shown like a person in the middle, like the rope's about to be, you know, snapped shut or, you know, taut. Could be better. It does look nice. It is very clearly a lasso, a flaming lasso. Alright, fine. B tier. Not gonna think about it too hard. I'm not gonna think too much about the B's and C's. I'm just gonna be really more so about the S, A's, and D's. These nuts. Only peak content here in the Argonex channel. Anyway, next up, Sticky Napalm. Hey, look at that. Another sex joke can be made there. Sticky stuff. Okay. You can definitely tell that it's a viscous liquid. That being said, I think that's supposed to be an arm. coming out of the napalm, but it doesn't look like an arm. I'll be honest. I'm almost tempted to put it in D, but C tier. It's a C tier. All right, the boar. It's fine. B tier. The hawk. It's also fine. B tier. The drums. It actually looks. It's fine. Sorry, I don't have much to say about Beastmaster. Okay, now this is just a bit of bias, but I just like the visualization that his tattoo is just glowing. It looks nice to me. And I guess because it is part of his visual design, yeah, I'll keep it an A. This is an A to me. Inner Beast is an A. So is his shout. Look at that, right next to Axe. See, I just like it when big burly succulent men are yelling at me, makes me go A for god damn it. Best content only here on the Argonax channel. All right, next up, whirling axes. This one it's fine. You can tell they're a pair of axes that are flying. Or actually, the detail on them's not too bad. I'll bump it up to B tier. Yeah. Bloodseeker. All right. Blood right. Circle. I feel like I don't know why the background has a dark gradient from the top going down. But why did they also give that gradient to the blood? I guess if you're trying to be realistic, sure, but you're trying to make the blood pattern stick out more. C tier. It's the blood mist or whatever it's called. It actually looks kind of bad. It's like they just took a PNG of clouds and just colored them red. Yeah, it looks bad. Yeah, I'm putting it on D. That's a D right there. I don't like that. This one is like what Mana Break for Anti-Mage could have been. And just for that comparison alone, I'm gonna put it in B tier. That's Blood Rage or whatever. Bloodseeker goes ree and you get hurt. Rupture. This one definitely could have been better. It definitely could have been better. I'm gonna put it in C tier. Yeah, for sure. This is rather let down. And this one, I mean, it's Bloodseeker's helmet on his default skin, right? Thirst. Is Thirst even in the game? I actually have no idea. Let me take a peek on my second monitor because I am a pro gamer who, despite having thousands of hours in this game, cannot for the life of him remember if Bloodseeker still has... Okay, he has Thirst. Okay, it's still an ability. Okay, assuming the Dota website is still updated. But despite that, it's fine. I'm almost on the verge of putting it here, but that's just because it's his head, it's his helmet, so it looks nice. Next up, Bounty Hunter, Jinada. This one kind of looks like the Bloodseeker one. Yeah, B tier. Looks nice. Bloodseeker, Bounty Hunter's weapons are just very unique looking. Like his weird stick thing that he holds in his other hand. Yeah, it just looks weird. But that's not that weapon, but still, look good. Next up, Shuriken. This one also looks good. Yep, captures the detail, the motion blur. You can see it flying toward the target. Yeah, looks good. B tier. Track. Ooh, you get to see his toes, you fucking freaks. I like this one. This one is an A tier. You can see the level of detail is actually rather high, and it's got the red rim lighting around Bounty Hunter, so that's nice. Yeah, that's an A tier. Next up, Shadow Walk. Yeah, you can tell he's covered in shadows and stuff, so yeah. B tier. That's a B tier. This one is for the friendly shadow, right? Yeah, this is for the allies. I'll just put it in B tier. Well, actually, nah, I'll just put it in B tier. It's basically the same image, just changed slightly. It's good. It's fine. Next up, Brewmaster. All right, we got the how about another the Cinder Brew? It's good. The detail is surprisingly high for one of Brew's more innocuous spells, I guess. Yeah. I guess it could have used a colored background, instead of just the black, but it looks good. It's fine. Now we got Drunken Brawler. It communicates what it is very well, and I know it changes color, but they don't show it here. I actually like it. I like it. It's an A tier. You can just see it, like him being blasted out of his ass and just coming to whip you with his stick. Next up, we got the good old ultimate, Primal Spirit. I'm almost tempted to put it in D tier because it's not accurate anymore. They couldn't be bothered to add, because it doesn't summon 3, it summons 4 now. I'm putting it in D. I'm putting it in D because it's baiting you. It makes you think that there's only 3, but there's not. There's 4. So this is bait. This is bait. That's why it's in D. And speaking of D, this one, Thunderclap, looks terrible. This is another instance of it looks like concept art that they just uploaded as in order to fill in like this for the game for back when it was in closed beta or something, and they never updated it. Awful, terrible. D tier. All right, next up, Bristleback. And would you look at that? It's Bristleback. It's fine. It looks good. Definitely on the higher end of quality compared to other spells. Ooh, this one is rough. I don't know why, because this is a shard. It's the ball, the spine ball, or whatever it's called. Trying to remember. Hairball, that's what it's called. And this is a shard that they added, years later. So why is its resolution so low? I'm gonna put it in D. Yeah, I don't know why the new ability looks bad. Next up, we got Quills. This one is fine. A little forget. No. It's a B. It's a B. Damn, haven't seen an S lately. Maybe that might change soon enough. Who knows? All right. Next up, the goo. I don't like it. I don't. It doesn't. It does not look good. I mean, you can tell it's goo, I guess. Just because it's so simple and the spell itself is so simple and so spammable. Fuck it, I'm gonna put it in C. It's almost a D, but I'll keep it in C for now. Oh boy. Jesus, there are so many spells in this game. I'm probably gonna have to split this up into 2 recordings, or maybe even more. Alright, let's just keep going. Now we got Warpath. This one looks really nice, actually. Not quite S tier, but definitely an A. That's an A right there. That's a highly detailed eyeball if I've ever seen one. Now, Brood Mama. Ooh, this one is Incapacitating Bite. Yeah, yes, it is. I mean, it looks visually striking. Kind of gross too, but looks good. So A. Now her ult, Insatiable Hunger. Now this one, I like it. You can. I think I remember her old icon back in the beta days. It looked really bad, but this one looks good. That's an S right there. That's just like, that's a striking visual with her fucking butt plug headpiece. But it looks good. That's an S. That's an S. This one is Spawn Spiderlings. It's fine. It's fine. That's a C. Oh Jesus! This is the web, the spin web. This is also fine. And this one is just, they took the spin web picture and skewed it and copied it a bunch of times. It's fine, I guess. All right, now we got Centaur, another hero that I like to play quite a lot. And despite that, I really don't like the double edge icon. You can tell it's got 2 sides, but it just looks terrible. I don't like it. Low poly. It looks like fucking abstract art from the 1960s. I don't like it. D tier. Hoof Stomp. Inoffensive. Tells you what it's supposed to do. The detail on the fur is actually rather nice. B tier. Return. I like it. You can see the individual fragments of the sword breaking. That's cool. I like it. I like it. A tier. That's an A tier. The subtle glow around Centaur's hide is also really cool. Alright, next up. Stampede. It's doing the silhouette thing. And there's the subtle glow around Centaur, and it communicates he's going really fast. I guess if they showed, like, other people behind him, like if they move Centaur a little bit down and they showed, like, other silhouettes charging in with him, it would communicate the spell a little better, but I'm just being nitpicky. It's good. B tier. Ooh. There we go. B tier. This is the fucking cart. This is... Objectively, the icon is fine. It's actually on the higher end of its resolution, but it does not... workhorse, yeah. It does not communicate what the fuck he's doing. So just for that transgression, it's a D tier. Because it just does not tell you what he's doing. Okay. Chaos Knight. Ooh, I wish they could have done... They could have, like, integrated the dice as part of a visual motif to all of his icons better. Like, maybe have it like a coin that's, like, tossing around in the middle of the Chaos Bolt. You know? It just looks kind of forgettable. You can't exactly tell what the hell it's even supposed to be. D tier. Sorry. But Chaos Strike, though. The demonic D20. Very visually striking. That's an A. That's an A. I'm almost tempted to put it in S. I'm gonna put it in S. Yeah. A D20? Like glowing and demonic powers? Hell yeah, that looks great. Phantasm. It does not communicate what the spell is supposed to do. If they showed... They could have just overlaid duplicates of the silhouette to show off that he's multiplying. Yeah, it does not look good. No, it does not communicate. It's also... The contrast is also rather low. I don't know why they fumbled with this icon so much. D tier, sorry. And same thing with the Chaos Rift. It's like the double edge. It's like the double edge all over again. See? Except I guess instead of the double edge, the splatter is going, you know, perpendicular or going parallel with the line. This one's going perpendicular because I guess it's a rift, but still not good. Yeah, sorry, Chaos Knight. I like playing Chaos Knight, but nah, this ain't it. This ain't it, Chief. Alright, Chen. I'm just gonna keep going until I'm really tired for this first recording. I'm a little sick right now, so, you know, hit that subscribe button. I'm doing this for you guys, despite my well-being. I'm a generous god, after all. First up, Divine Favor. It looks nice. Very wispy, very aura-y. And if you knew what this spell did, it's exactly that. It's just a wispy aura that doesn't... it's just kind of whatever. I mean, it helps Chen with his creeps, I guess, but for allies, it's kind of whatever. I'll just put it in C. Inoffensive. Hand of God. I like it. You can see the pillars of blue coming from his helmet. Oh, that's good. That's an A. That's an A. Damn. No, fuck that. It's an S. The glow, the blue glow coming from the bottom, going up. That's great. That's a great looking icon, actually. Yeah, I'll keep that as an S. Holy Persuasion. It's fine. It's his staff. It's fine. Penitence. This one, it's also fine, but the light looks very striking. I'll put it as a B. Clinks. The character who keeps fucking changing. Alright. First up is Burning Army. Pretty sure that's his Ags. Now, is it? Yeah, it's his Ags now. It's supposed to be three bows lined up. I guess that's a clever use of imagery. I'll put that as a B. Yeah, it's good. It's fine. Next up, we got Burning Barrage. Yeah. It's weird because it seems like Strafe. And Strafe's icon makes no sense. Burning Barrage... If Strafe's icon was called Burning Barrage, you know, if they swapped their icons, it would make more sense for Burning Barrage to have multiple arrows. But it's fine. The art... The resolution of the art is actually rather high. you can see like the individual lines on the arrow itself. So yeah, B tier. Death Pact. I like it. The essence, him hitting the bong, him vaping it out. Vape Nation. Yes, it's good. A tier. That's an A tier for sure. Okay, now we have Strafe, which does not look like Strafe. In fact, if you told a new player that Skeleton Walk was Strafe, they would believe you. But it's not. It's called Strafe. And also, the resolution of the image, not very good. D tier. Sorry. Does not look good. This one, the Burning Ball of Snot. Tar Bomb. It's fine. It does what it's supposed to do. Doesn't look good though, but it's fine. Skeleton Walk with his goofy ass little booties, the curved boots. It's good. It's a B. It's a B. That's fine. All right, now we got everyone's favorite ward bitch, Crystal Maiden. Arcane Aura. It's her staff. Yeah, it's fine. Does the job. I actually this is her shard, crystal clone, or wave dash. In other words, you know, for Tekken players, she's wave wing or sidesteps or whatever. It looks good. I actually really like the art. See, like this is the type of like figure I'm talking about. Like, imagine this generic featureless silhouette, but then you add it to like the Mana Void, right? Or in the middle of the Flaming Lasso, or you know, any other ability that looks like it's supposed to be targeting a single person, but just looks like it's targeting nothing. So yeah, this silhouette, and just because of that, I'll put it as an A. It's an A. It looks good, very striking. Even though they easily could have used Crystal Maiden's silhouette, but I guess they wanted to show off that it's a featureless clone, even though it's not, but whatever. Crystal Nova. It's another ice explosion. It's fine, I guess. I have nothing much to say about it. C tier. Her ult, Freezing Field. Also fine. You can just tell like they're ice missiles or whatever. It's fine. Frostbite. Oh god, Crystal Maiden. No, I'm gonna put all your spells in C. I'm sorry. C for Crystal Maiden. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's. I mean, I know a lot of heroes, or well, what is it? Treant Protector's ultimate also shares this icon, just with vines instead. But it's fine. You know, when I get to Treant Protector, you'll see where he stacks up on this list as well. All right, Darkseer, one of my most played heroes. Despite only recently knowing how to play him properly. I remember a time when Darkseer still had his old beta icons, and they were kept in the game for a long time, and they looked like shit. So there's going to be quite a bit of bias when it comes to judging Darkseer's icons here. So, first up, Ion Shell. I love it. It looks incredible. Not S tier, because it's also just a featureless orb again. Put the fucking silhouette of someone over it, or Darkseer himself, but it's fine. Just because I of the orb ability looking spells in this game, this one is my favorite looking. My favorite ball. Normal Punch. This is great. I love it. S tier. Oh, where'd it go? No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. Did I fuck up? Where did it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Salvaged. I'm putting it in S tier. It's so dumb. It's so funny that a One Punch Man reference got into Dota, and no one just questions it. It's just accepted by everybody. So, just for that alone, it's an S tier. Yeah. So dumb. Surge. Actually, let me look up what it used to look like. Here. Icons. I need to know what his old icons used to look like. Yeah. I don't it communicates what it's supposed to be doing rather well. I like the detail of the trees and the forest. That's actually a B. Oh, damn it. That's a B. That's a B for sure. Yeah, running off literally into the sunset. Yeah, it's good. I like it. Vacuum. The fact that you can see like little particles being sucked into the middle, that's a cool detail. I like that. And just because of that, that's a god damn it, I keep right clicking, sorry. That's an A. A lot of bias for my pointy head boy over here. Wall of replica. Now this might be a little bit of a controversial thing, but I actually kind of vibed with the beta icon for wall of replica. It looked like it's funny because my first smartphone ever was a Samsung Galaxy S1, the very first one. And it had a live wallpaper setting called Spectrum, I think, that, you know, it would play the sound waves whenever you would play music. And it looked a lot like the beta icon for Darkseer. Jesus Christ, I'm old, if that's my point of reference. And I think that's one of the reasons I gravitated so much to Darkseer, is because I really liked that live background from my very first smartphone. And this one, while it is objectively much better, just because of personal bias, I'm just gonna put it in B. It would go to A, but I'm gonna keep it in B. Oh boy, I'm just gonna keep going until Drow Ranger, I think, and then I'll call it there for this first session. I'm gonna just lazily stitch these together, so if you hear background noise or my level of quality isn't to my standards, that's a you problem. That seems like an issue, not an ish me, you know what I'm saying? My brother says that a lot. I'm stealing his jokes, that's fine. First up, Bedlam from everyone's favorite Biggest Oversight. By itself, I would actually rate it to be kind of meh as a C tier, but the fact that it plays, you know, reverse colors with Terrorize, I kind of like that. So god damn, I keep right clicking shit. That's a B for sure. Brambles, it's fine. The level of detail is rather high, and I guess it communicates that it is a thorn. But again, use a fucking like, yeah, all these older Dota icons weren't afraid to use a silhouette of a person trapped. Do the same thing here. Christ, Darkbill is a newer hero. Anyway, Cursed Crown. This does not communicate anything at all whatsoever. D tier. What the fuck is this even supposed to be? Purple lightning? A purple window blind being torn down? D tier. Next up, Shadow Realm. Maybe with a little bit of rim lighting around the edges to really communicate that she's in another dimension. Kind of like, you know, the Frostbite, you can see the lighting at the edges of it. But, and then again, it's supposed to be Shadow Realm, so there's supposed to be no light. I'll just put it in B tier. It looks good. It looks good. This is a nightmare spell to deal with in the game, but that's not what we're here to judge. Next up, Terrorize. I will also give it the same rating as I gave Bedlam. In fact, I'll put them right next to each other. There you go. Yeah. You can see how they're the same icon. Like, you can see the little Jex or whatever his name is. Yeah, he's being a little shit. Yeah, it's good. Alright, Dawnbreaker. Celestial Hammer. Looks good. Looks good. Just B tier. Could have been better, but it says what it is, and I also like playing Dawnbreaker, so personal bias. Ooh, Starbreaker. This one, I mean, it communicates that it's hitting 3 times, but they could have at least shown, like, Dawnbreaker herself in it. I'll just put it in C. Yeah, just put it in C. Luminosity. It looks like an emblem of a flag, right? I guess because the sun's in the middle. I'm just gonna put it in C tier. Oops, no, not there. C tier. God damn it. C tier. Yeah. Next up, her ultimate. Oh my god, I'm having a brain fart. What was her ultimate actually called? Solar Guardian. God damn. That's wow. I play this hero. It's good. That's no, it's actually really good. Now that I'm taking a closer look at it, her channel, it's kind of reminiscent of the Chen profile picture to a lesser degree, but still looks good. Okay, now Dazzle. Oh boy, Nothal projection. It actually looks, it's really striking, actually. The image. That's a fire fucking icon. That's an A. That's an A. Almost. Yeah, that's an A for sure. For sure. That looks great. The glow effects, the cloud, the wispiness. Yeah, great. Ooh, this one looks. Time has not been kind to this one. The pink on blue, the pink on green color just clashes kind of hard. That's a D. I don't like it. It does not look good. Yeah. Ooh, Weave. Now this one I like. I remember for a long time Weave, the old icon, looked like shit. But this one looks good. This one, it's still just a featureless wave of something. But the little plus arrow, the little crosses or X's add lots of character to it. So I like it. Shallow Grave. This is fine. This could definitely use the upgrade icon treatment, but it's simple and it communicates rather well what it's supposed to be. Alright, all the way. I'm gonna keep going until I reach Drow Ranger. Death Prophet. Alright, Crypt Swarm. Crypt Swarm? Yes. It's fine. It's a bunch of bats. Tells you what it is. It's simple. Exorcism. I actually like this spell. The fact that the ghost is staring at you. That's an A. That's an A for sure. Yeah. That's a wonder. That's the visualization of the ghost coming at you or more realistically coming at your towers. Silence. Despite being the most one-note bland spell in this entire game, the visualization actually looks great. Actually stitching their mouth shut. That's an A. Just for the icon itself. That looks great. That's an A. Spirit Siphon. Good use of the silhouette, I guess. I'll always give it props if it has a silhouette being, portrayed. And you can tell that he's being sucked off, except not in the crotch. That's a missed opportunity. Valve, please fix. That's a B. That's a B for sure. Next up, Disruptor. God, that's his innate. I don't even know what it's called. It is called Electromagnetic Repulsion. It is called Electromagnetic Repulsion. It's kind of like that kind of sounds like how you describe your dating life with your AI girlfriend. Electromagnetic repulsion. Imagine if your AI girlfriend dumps you. You just got electromagnetic repulsed. All right, enough jokes. It's fine. It tells you what it's trying to do. It's like a discharge of lightning in the middle, even though it doesn't really deal damage. Pretty sure it doesn't. Glimpse. I love this icon. This icon is an S tier. That is a great visualization of what the spell is doing. And the glow effects, superb, sublime. S tier, for sure. Good job. This is the kinetic fence. It's actually high. Its resolution is actually much higher than the kinetic field. I will put it in B tier, just because of that alone. Whereas kinetic field can sit pretty at C tier. Not quite as offensive as these other spells, because you can tell that it's a circle, but it's just the low resolution and bland. And his ultimate, Static Storm, and you can tell it's full of lightning. It looks like a storm, but there's so many lightning abilities in this game that this one, again, I'm trying to approach this like if you're a person who's never played the game or you're fresh into Dota and you're being introduced all of these spells, right? And you're judging them based off how appealing the image of the spell looks and whether or not it matches the description. And this one, I guess it does. It's fine, just kind of forgettable. And his last one is Thunderstrike. It's fine. It doesn't look, when you hear the word Thunderstrike, you think, well, a lightning bolt, but I guess that's Zeus's thing. And yeah, like the spell in game, it causes a ball of thunder above their head. Yeah, it's accurate. Next up, Doom. Oh boy, I hope I have the energy for this. I'm feeling it a little bit. Sorry, I'm just not a little under the weather right now, but I'll keep going till Drow. Doom, Devour. One of my most played heroes. I love playing Doom. Devour looks great. The glow effect on the eyes, and his opening his beautiful mouth to show off his beautiful veneers inside. It actually looks like he has a retainer inside his mouth, right? It kind of looks like he's spitting it out. It's like a yellow colored retainer or something. Yeah, well, I'm never gonna be able to unsee that now. So the retainer spit out ability looks great. A tier. I like it. And Doom, objectively, a pentagram just looks badass as hell. But the resolution is not the best. Fuck it, personal bias wins once again. S tier ability. It's a pentagram. It's literally Satan the character. And no other character should have pentagram on it other than Satan himself. And Infernal Blade, it's fine. It's fine. It's a C tier. Yeah, it's a C tier. It's almost to a B tier, maybe, if they played with the fire effects a little bit better, but as it stands, yeah, C tier. Scorched Earth. I like the detail of you can see the tendons and the flesh actually being melted off. Scorched Earth default does not look all that visually impressive. Me and my friends nicknamed it spilled orange juice because it does look like spilled orange juice, but the effect itself, the icon itself is great. Yeah, that's an A. That's an A for sure. Alright, Dragonite, the last one, and I think he was my most played hero. Tells you a lot about how much of an interesting Dota player I am, but I'm pretty sure Mars has overtaken Dragonite as my most played hero. But definitely one of my most played heroes, and I'm so sad that he got changed with a facet rework. I actually liked playing him as a split pushing Black Dragon with Octocore and Eggs. 100% uptime on the dragon, and I just shoot out Flame Breath, one-shotting an entire wave. But I digress. Breathe Fire, I also remember all of Dragonite's beta icons, and they all looked like shit. So this one is a massive upgrade. You can tell that the fire is coming from one source, and it is spreading outwards. The icon might be overselling how wide the cone is, but by itself, it tells you what it is. And I guess it's a nice way to differentiate it from the other Cone of Fire spells that exist in this game. Dragon's Blood. This is great. I love it. I remember when I was trying to learn to draw when I was younger. Trying to understand angles and learning how to draw armor better. I actually referenced Dragonite. And one of the things I would use as his reference was his ability icons. Because, well, yeah, it shows off a very angular armor, learning how to draw these little triangle shapes at the top of his helmet. Yeah, taught me a lot. I'm not a good artist, not by any means, but just for that bias, it's an S tier. Because it helped push me to learn how to draw. That's an S tier. That's an S tier for sure. Dragon Tail. That's a shield with like some fire effects on the back. Yeah, looks does what it says. B tier. And Elder Dragon Form. This one looks cool. It's the top of the head is supposed to be blue. The bottom is red. I guess they couldn't squeeze green anywhere. Maybe at the tip. But still, one of the coolest or most powerful spells in the game. Turns you into it's a huge transformation steroid. A tier. I also just Dota was also the game that taught me the differences between dragons and wyverns, and I know it changes from universe to universe, but most of the time dragons are the creatures where they have 6 limbs, 4 legs, and 2 wings. Wyverns are the ones who have 2 legs and 2 wings, and Dota was the game that helped me learn the difference. So another props to Dragonite. And finally, Fireball looks like garbage. That's a D. Okay, I have reached Drow Ranger. There's still a lot of spells to go. So I will just end it here. We got some good. Let me zoom out so you can see them all. All right, there we go. That is my first session done of the Dota ability art tier list. I will get back to this after I have more free time and maybe after I feel a little bit better. Peace. I'll see you guys. I'll just stitch these videos together. Bye. Okay, it's the next day. I'm feeling a little bit better. I don't have that much time to record, so I'm just gonna try to see how much I can get done today. Alright, so first up we got Drow Ranger with her frost arrows. The detailing on the icon is actually rather impressive, all things considered. Yeah, I've actually never really noticed how much detail there is on the icon. You know what? I'm gonna put it in A tier. That's a pretty nicely detailed spell icon. Yeah. Next up, Glacier. It doesn't really reflect how the spell looks in game. It looks like an ice mountain almost. But because of that, it's fine. I'll put it in B tier. It's fine. Next up, we got Marksmanship. It looks fine. The detailing of the spell, because before this used to just give just agility when she was alone, but now it like has the proc mechanic. All things considered, it still looks accurate to what it's supposed to be. Yeah, I'll put it in B tier. B tier. The subtle coloring around the edges of the icon really do a lot to make the arrow stick out more. Next up, multi-shot. It's fine. It's fine. It's just a bunch of arrows. It's fine. Gust. Before this used to just be kind of like Death Prophet. It used to just be a silence, but now it actually has the wind effect, which, I mean, if you really zoom in, it kind of shows that. But Echo, stop. I'll just put it in C tier. It looks fine. Inoffensive. Next up, Earthshaker. Aftershock. I feel like they definitely could use better line work with the Aftershock icon. As it stands, it literally just looks like rippling orange juice. Damn. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, that's a D tier. Yeah. It could, if they had to reapply or remake this, they definitely could do a better job. That's a D tier. Echo Slam. This ability and the Enchant Totem still uses Earthshaker's old icon, or his old character model, which, I mean, it wasn't too far off from what he looks like now. But this one, it just looks kind of underwhelming. It's very clear that these icons were made early on to the game's development and they just never really updated them. So that's a C tier for Echo Slam. And for Enchant Totem, same thing. C tier. Sorry, Earthshake remains. Fissure. This one is also C tier. I mean, you can tell that it's making rock formations, but it kind of looks like just mountains. It doesn't also help that the textures, or sorry, the resolution of the image is also rather is on the low side. So C tier. Ooh, Earthshaker spell's not looking so hot there. Ooh, next up, Earth Spirit. Now this one, I remember whenever they released the two Spirit brothers, the Ember and Earth, and it's clear that they gave Ember a lot more love and attention than they did Earth Spirit, because like these icons look actually like beta icons, like work in progress icons, because they look so bad, so rough. So first up we got Boulder Smash. It just does not it's just not good. That's a D tier. I mean, you can tell it's a rock, but my god, the resolution is not good. It looks like a bowling ball exploded with green energy. Same thing with the grip, geomagnetic grip. It just looks bad. Like it technically is accurate because Earth Spirit's hands actually look like that, but it just looks. Honestly, all of these icons are probably gonna end up in D. Magnetized, yeah, that does not look good. I don't know how to describe it. It's just this is like these are icons that you give a character who's still in the work in progress. Not good, not a good icon. This one is Enchant Remnant. This is literally just Dragonite. They just took Dragonite and retextured him and turned him into an icon. Yeah, that's just Dragonite. It's so lazy. I don't know why they made Earth Spirit's icon so bad. Boulder. This one is better. I'll grant it that. It's better than these. You know what? Just for this one, I'm gonna put it in C tier. It's better. It's definitely not to the same level as these other spells, and it actually looked like a boulder that's you know, rolling. So I'll give it that. It is on the lower resolution, but it's fine. It's fine. It's a C tier. And finally, Stone Remnant. This one is actually it's actually pretty good. I'll put it in C tier as well. It's better than this, but not so much that I'm willing to put it in B tier. Earth Spirit's abilities just look rough, man. Jeez. All right. Next up, we got Elder Titan. And for the first one, we got Astral Projection. Resolution-wise, the spell icon is on the lower side, but I do like the subtle rim lighting that the icon has, and you know, you can see that it's the silhouette of Elder Titan, his spirit. So I'm almost inclined to put it in D, but just because of the lighting and the coloring of the icon, that I kind of like it, I'll put it in C tier. Now we got Split Earth. No, it does not look good. This is a bad icon. You can tell that something's definitely being split there, but just looks rough. It looks rough. Next up, Echo Stomp. This one, well, it's like, you know, it's like, if I'm comparing it to Thunderclap, like from Brewmaster, it's definitely better. It's not the best, but it's definitely better. I'll just put it in C tier. It's fine. It's fine. And now, Natural Order. I actually really like this icon. It looks like a gem being cracked. Just because, like, the description of the ability is Elder Titan makes things like basic and makes the spell description reads, reduces all elements to their basic level, removing base armor and magic damage resistance. Yeah, I like it. It looks good. I actually like this icon. I'm gonna put it in A. Good icon. Elder Titan, good shit. Man, I really gotta learn how to. It's been a while since I played Elder Titan. I gotta play him again. Next up, Ember Spirit. First up, we got these remnants. My cat's playing with something on the table. I'm not really gonna edit this video, so if you want to fall asleep to it, feel free. First up, we have Fire Remnant. You know, it doesn't actually look like a remnant. Like you can, like this one, you can kind of buy is a remnant, and if you look at Storm Spirit's remnants or Void Spirit's remnant, it looks like a clone. But this one just looks like Ember Spirit on fire. I'm gonna put it in C tier because the quality of the icon itself is fine. It just doesn't. It's not very reflective, I guess, of what the spell is supposed to do. Next up, Flame Guard. This is his hat that he has on his back. That's on fire. I actually like it. Yeah, it's supposed to be a hat, but it can also kind of look like a shield. That's a B tier.
Next up, we got Searing Chains. It's supposed to be bolas. I don't know why it's called Searing Chains. They should rename it to Searing Bolas. But yeah, looks good. Like a triple ball sack or a tango that's on fire. That's a B tier. Next up, Sleight of Fist. I mean, I like it. The fact that it's literally his fist, even though it implies that he's punching you. But Ember Spirit is not punching you. He is slashing you with his swords. But I just like the coloring. It's very matter of fact. I like it. That's a B tier. Yeah, Ember Spirit's icon's pretty damn good. All right, I'll do a couple more. I don't have much time for this session. I'm only gonna do a handful. I'll cover the rest when I have more time. Enchantress. This is Sproink. Let me double check. Yes, that's Sproink. Yeah, you can see her little toes. I'm just gonna put it in C tier. It's fine. It shows off what it's supposed to be. Enchant. Look at her looking at you all succulent, like. I mean, yeah, if you're a furry, I guess it, you could get enchanted by that. Each their own, I suppose. That's a B tier. Next up, we got Impetus. I mean, it's just her spears, I guess. C tier. It's fine. It's inoffensive. This is her agonyms. Little Friends. I actually like it. The fact that it's like a wolf, looking all magical. Even though there's only one wolf in the game, like one neutral that's a wolf, the alpha wolves, and their silhouette does not look like this. But despite that, I like the icon. It looks nice. That's a B tier for me. Next up, Nature's Attendants. I like it. The fact that they're glowy hummingbirds. It looks really nice. That's an A. Yeah, the green glow around the hummingbirds. It's very aesthetically pleasing. I'll put that in A tier. And finally, we got her ult, which was once not her ult, but they keep shuffling things around. Untouchable. Yeah, I guess the chains is a little off-putting because she's all about nature, right? You know, she's the nature-loving hippie character. So it's kind of strange that they decided to represent the fact that she slows at your attack speed with magical chains. But it looks simple and it's a striking visual, so that's also a B tier, I feel like. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna cut it here for this session because I don't have a lot of time. I will pick this up on the next one. So yeah. Okay, I'm back many hours later, and now I'll just continue where I left off. Apologies, I might not be able to record super long for this session either, but I'm gonna make the most out of it. Alright, so first, Black Hole. I remember that Dota 2 PowerPoints definitely put this as an S tier ability, and in that I completely agree. If we're talking about this ability in terms of viability or in terms of impact, it's an S tier for sure. But unfortunately I can't justify it being an S tier. But that being said, this time for once, the fact that it's an orb, you know, a spell orb, actually makes sense because it is a black hole. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I just ate. For that reason, I'll put it as an A tier. I feel like if it had like I don't know what it's called. It's when there's like a jet of gas coming through the middle of the black hole, or there was more of an obvious distortion effect around the event horizon, kind of like Interstellar. It would definitely be an S tier, but as it stands, A tier. Next up, we got Eidolons. it just kind of looks like that porn meme, you know the one I'm talking about. The one where it's just like a bunch of guys surrounding that one girl on the couch, or at least that's what it reminds me of. It's fine, a little better because, well,
hold on, because it only spawns 3 Eidolons. But this one clearly has 5 in the picture. Just for that little oversight, I'm bumping it down to C tier. Inaccurate description. It's not quite D tier, but definitely misleading. But I'm keeping it there just because the art of the icon is pretty decent. Next up, Malefice. This one does not really it's supposed to stun. It's a stun. And in fact, just a little fun fact. I remember way back when the spell description for Malefice was Enigma focuses his hatred on an opponent, causing them to be stunned and take damage for multiple instances. And I just thought that was so funny because Enigma does not seem like a particularly hateful character. Like, he just seems aloof, and because, he's a cosmic entity. Hatred feels like kind of out of place. If he was Troll Warlord or something like that, that would make more sense. But they renamed it recently, so it's not like Enigma channels his energy into a target. So I don't know when they did that. That has nothing to do with this spell. That being said, C tier, it's fine. Midnight Pulse. This is garbage. This looks terrible. It does not reflect anything about the spell other than the fact that it's it's grape juice. It's grape juice, pulsating grape juice on the ground. Terrible, awful spell. D tier. Next up, we got Faceless Void. First up, we got Chronosphere. This one, it's definitely good. It's good. You can again, it would be an A tier if it had like the little silhouettes of people frozen inside the bubble. But as it stands, B tier. It's fine. It looks good. I like the actual bubble effects inside the Chronosphere. It looks nice. Next up, we got Time Dilation. Okay, now it has the little silhouette in the middle, but why are there horns? If this is supposed to be Faceless Void, that is not his silhouette. He has like a hammerhead shark head, but the horns don't protrude, or there's no angle to his, his head angle thingies. So this is inaccurate, assuming that's even Faceless Void, and if that's like, it kind of looks like a satyr or something, but I'm just gonna put it in Z tier. It's fine, I guess. Yeah. If it was more clearly that was Faceless Void, this would be a B tier at the very least. Next up, we got his bash, Time Lock. Ooh, now I think about it, yeah, it doesn't actually look all that great. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a C tier. Sorry, D tier. It's kind of funny how Time Lock and Midnight Pulse are just like kind of look similar, just like the brightness and saturation cranked up in one image versus the other. They're not actually the same. Midnight Pulse is just a bunch of circles, and this one is a spiral, but still, you get my point. Next up, Time Walk. It actually looks nice. I like the visual effect of just a bunch of circles and like an impact at the end. It looks nice. Yeah, I'll put that as a B tier. That's a B tier. The visual of the multiple circles in parallel just look dynamic. And speaking of dynamic, this is the reverse Time Walk, and it's just a better version. It's Time Walk, but far better because it really implies that you're traveling through something. So for that, it's an A tier. That's a far better looking icon than default Time Walk. The resolution is also a lot higher too, but that makes sense. Newer ability. On this one, Time Zone. You know, it's for such a garbage ability. The icon looks very nice, actually. It looks very nice. Just for that, I'm tempted to put it in A tier. Yeah, I like how it looks. The fact that, yeah, it keeps to the Faceless Void motif,
but this time instead of a circle like a chronosphere, it's a literal clock. I think that's cool. I think that's brilliant. I'll keep it in. Oh wait, no. That's B tier. Sorry, A tier. That's an A tier icon. What the hell? Okay. Now we got Nature's Prophet. I do not remember what this ability is called. This is like overgrowth something. Hold on, let me make sure. And why is he here? This is faceless. Oh, because his codename is Furion. Right. Curse of the Old Growth. It's actually a very striking visual. The treants. Sorry, my phone just went off. Yeah, it's the treants. Like it looks like they're glowing or they're angry or something. Which is funny because while the spell itself is based around enemies being near trees, and I guess the treants count as trees. Is that really the most scary part about this spell? I feel like if it was the treants surrounded by trees and then the glowy effect was still happening, it would look a lot better. I'll just put that in C. No, because I like the glow, the outline effect. B tier. Treants. This one is fine. It shows what the spell does. You're summoning a bunch of angry tree people. Not as good as the Curse of the Overgrowth because it looks better in capturing, like, if this was the icon, if the Curse of the Overgrowth was the icon for treants, I think people would see it as a much better upgrade. But summon treants, it's fine. C tier. Sprout. It's simple. It captures what it's trying to do, even though it's not a ring of trees. But I think they capture what it's trying to do nicely. This is a situation of less is more. So in that instance, I'll put it as a B tier. I feel like the low resolution definitely brings it down a little bit. But it is a visually appealing icon to look at because it tells you exactly, the fucking crosshatch, tic-tac-toe with tree branches. Next up, teleport. I mean, it kind of it looks like it looks like an implosion of leaves just happened, which I guess could be seen as something that Nature's Prophet would do, because he's covered in leaves and stuff, so him teleporting away would look like that. It's fine. C tier. It's not D level. It's not D tier level, but could be better. Could be better. And finally, Wrath of Nature. I actually like how this spell icon looks. Even though the in-game effect looks like a bunch of angry tree branches just manifesting out of nowhere. Yeah, because it looks like green lightning, which it is not. It does not look like green lightning, but the spell icon itself is just very dynamic. Like the fact that you can see the expression on Furion's face, on Nature's Prophet's face, adds a lot to the characterization of this spell. So just for that alone, I'm gonna put it in A tier. Yeah, I really like it. Alright, I'll stop this session here for now. Sorry I wasn't able to keep on going. I am not feeling 100% yet, and I need to rest. I still have work. And I still have a lot of spells to go through, but I'm sure we'll get there. I'm sure I'll be able to finish all this. Okay, I'm back after multiple days because I've been busy, and totally not because I don't want to finish this because it's a tedious process. But hey, I'm back. All right, let's get back into it. Grimstroke. This one is the one where he shoots out his ink from his paintbrush, which, I'll be real, this one kind of looks awful for how cool of a spell it is. From its presentation to the effects, the icon kind of looks like trash because where's the brush? It just looks like blood, which is another thing. I am somewhat disappointed that Grimstroke uses the color red, and it's like a dark red, so it looks more like blood, which I guess is the point. They're trying to make it seem like blood is ink and whatnot, but it just muddies the effect. Like, this does not look like ink. This is just blood. So for that reason, I'm putting it, yeah, that's a D tier. Sorry. And then this one, I think this is his shard. Let me get the name correctly. Let me pull up the thing on my second monitor here, because I want to make sure that I get this right. Oh yeah, Dark Portrait. Yeah, that's the one where he creates a clone. I like it. The yin yang symbol. Yeah, it's good. I'll put that as actually, that's an A tier. Yeah, because I'm now making out the finer details within the icon. It's good. I like it. A tier. Phantom's Embrace. It's oh shit. Oh. Ignore that. That was a joke. That was a separate Dota 2 tab that I had opened up. Phantom's Embrace. This one, it's fine. I don't have a strong opinion of it either way. It looks cool because it's supposed to be his dead wife that he shoots out. Kind of matches the silhouette of the undergrowth thing right there. So keep the B tier. This is his ultimate Soulbind. It's I mean, you can see the chains, and it matches the color, but I don't think it's very reflective of the ability. I don't also know why there's supposed to be these 3 orbs, right? Just seems kind of busy. They could have just easily have made it like 2 chains linked together with ink or something like that, or you know, but missed opportunity, or it feels like it's a bit too busy and they didn't know what to do. So C tier. It's not bad, could have been better. Now next one is these Inkswell, and this one actually looks really cool. The fact that like you can see the blood moon in the center of it, that's actually kind of cool. I like that. This is an A tier. Grimstroke has really cool looking abilities, you know, despite of the color scheme that he chose. Next up, Gyrocopter. You can see how pixelated his character model is, or not pixelated, low texture or low poly his character model is because of this thing, but I don't care. There's a big mushroom cloud in the background. Just for that's a B tier. That is a B tier. Flak Cannon. It looks fine. Kind of inoffensive. Does the job done. Broken ability, if you ask me. Over its history in Dota, broken ability. Next up, Homing Missile. It says HM22. I think Valve missed the opportunity to insert some sort of joke in there, or like some inside joke or something like that, or a reference. But as it stands, I actually like the look of the homing missile. The fact that you can see the trail and it, you know, moving forward, it's good. It's a B tier. Rocket Barrage. Low poly, low render, low resolution. Doesn't even look like rockets. Looks like embers or lava fragments. You can honestly confuse this with Battery Assault from Clockwork, and it would look the same. That's a D tier. Sorry. I tell you what, you know, because I don't want to pressure myself when making this list, I'm just gonna take intermittent breaks to eat my food, because I'm still sick. So I'm gonna eat my food and drink, so you guys get to enjoy that ASMR. I'm not gonna edit these parts out, so if that breaks up the flow, too bad. You're already like, what, an hour, 2 hours into this video? I don't even know how long this recording is gonna be, so... deal with it. I'm just joking. Don't deal with it, or do. I don't care either way. You're watching an unedited Argonax video. Sorry, my headphones keep touching my mic. Let me. There we go. Move that out of the way. Now we got Acorn Shot. Hoodwhack. The quality of this is actually on the higher end. The fact that you can see the individual stars on the icon, I just feel like maybe they could have tilted it a little bit more to make it more apparent that that's an acorn. But yeah, overall, it's a great spell icon. B tier. Next up, the tree bind, or actually, what is this spell called? I don't actually know its name. Bushwhack. Yeah, right, fucking Kiwi, right? Bushwhack. You know, it just throws a bowler, Ebola. Throws a knit trap filled with acorns. Yeah, snags them to a tree. I don't care if this accent isn't even a Kiwi accent, or it flip-flops between that and being Australian, but whatever. I like it. I'll put it in B tier, you know. Hoodwink's got some pretty nifty abilities, I reckon. Right? If you guys are cringing out, hey, I'm sick. If you're gonna make fun of me, you're making fun of a sick man. Next up. Decoy. You know, for the longest time, I couldn't actually tell what decoy was supposed to be. It wasn't until I'm making this tier list and I have all the icons zoomed in. Like, I have this zoomed in at 200%. You know, normally. So that way I can make out the finer details. I never actually realized that that's supposed to be Hoodwink. Like, from afar, I always thought it was, like, I guess I could have thought that that was Hoodwink, but it's just harder to tell unless you really zoom in. That being said, the fact that it's so hard to make out details just make it seem like a cyan or light blue mess. Not quite D tier, but C tier. It's fine. Next up, we got Boomerang. Hunter's Boomerang. It's fine. C tier. You know, the art is objectively fine. It's higher detailed because it is a higher quality model, but something about it just strikes me as a bit bland. Next up, Scurry. I like this one. See how you can easily make out that that's supposed to be Hoodwink? That's something that the decoy icon does not do. This one is a B tier. Yeah, Scurry is that's a good one. And finally, we got the ultimate sharpshooter. Sniping's a good job, mate. It's challenging work. This one, yeah, it does a good job of trying to show off that, yes, Hoodwink is indeed a sharpshooter. B tier. It's a B tier. Yeah, this is fine. Next up, Huskar. Burning Spears. It's simple. And the subtle glow. I like it because of how minimalistic it is. I will be giving older spell icons like more slack when it comes to their icons. So the fact that this is a really old icon that could have been around since the game's beginning, I like it. It's good. I'll put that as a B tier. Inner Fire. Now this is a spell that they gave Huskar years down the line. I have no idea what that symbol is supposed to be. I don't think Huskar himself knows what that symbol is supposed to be. It's fine. C tier. Inner Vitality. Does this even exist? This does not technically exist anymore. Yeah, it doesn't. But I'm still gonna grade it regardless, just because it's on here. It's just bad. It's a D tier. Need I say more? Just look at it. Terrible spell icon. Next up, Life Break. This is supposed to be the knife that he keeps on his other hand. It's fine. C tier. And now on to Invoker. Oh boy, we all knew that this was coming. Alright. Bunch of spells and a bunch of spells to rate. First up, Alacrity. I actually like how these metal bits or the sharp ends kind of intersect with one another. And the light inside. Bias, but I like it. And I don't even play Invoker, but I like it. So B tier. Meatball. You know, objectively, the resolution of the image is not that great. But I just love Meatball. Out of all of Invoker spells, I think it's the best, easily. So B tier as well. I don't know why I'm giving favoritism to Invoker. I don't even play this guy. Alright, here you know, this is how you know I'm not completely biased, because Cold Snap, this is terrible. It's not even... it's supposed to be like fog, cold mist, but... bad. D tier. Ooh, Deafening Blast. I like the rainbow style effect, you know, I feel like if the wave, because it looks like the color of light is emanating from the circle outwards when it's supposed to be a blast, so it's supposed to be going inward, outwards, not inwards. But regardless, I just like the colors, so B tier. EMP. I like that you can see the waves being created. Tell you what, I'll put this in B tier, and I'll put Deafening Blast as an A tier, actually. Yeah. Now look at it, the colors are infinitely more appealing, as long as there's like a rainbow variance. Ooh, Forge Spirits. Now that's bad. That's a low resolution icon. Yeah, that's bad. Next up, Ghost Walk. I think the fact that you can see the visage of Invoker is cool. The colors at play are nice. But there's just something about it that I don't like. C tier. Ice Wall. It's fine. It's clearly a wall made of ice. C tier. Sunstrike. You know, for such an iconic ability, and I mean the icon does reflect that it's like a beam of light coming down. I just feel like it could have been more dynamic. Like maybe make the center like pure white. Maybe add like some white and then black to mimic the what is it called? The tracer light that Sunstrike makes, like before it arrived, it makes that like it's a laser, like a targeting laser. They could have implemented that into this ability, I feel like, or into the icon at least. So C tier. And finally, Tornado. This is fine. Not much to say on it either. C tier. Okay. Because I'm a little sick, I'm gonna try to speed up these next few couple of entries. So let's see. Breathe Fire, Dual Breath. I like it. The fact that you can see both of Jakiro's heads shooting out the fire. B tier. Ice Path. It's fine. It definitely could be. Well, actually, you know what? Now that I can see the detail up close and better, with all the little cracks and whatnot, it's actually very well detailed for such an old spell icon. B tier. Liquid Fire. It's fine. C tier. Liquid Frost, same thing. It's fine. C tier. Macro Pyre. I feel like for such a great ultimate, it could have been a lot better. You can vaguely make out that it's supposed to be a double-headed dragon. C tier. It's fine. Very close to D tier, but at least its resolution isn't terrible. Juggernaut. Blade Dance. This is incredibly generic. I'm actually going to put that in D. Blade Fury. Could be better. Yeah, for such an iconic, you know, it's the classic spin ability of Dota, but that could definitely use a rework. Healing Ward. The detail is very good. That's a B tier. In fact, you can make out the glow on the ward itself. Omni Slash. I'll put that in B tier. I like it. You know, the implied thing of multiple swords slashing out, it's good. And just because of the color, because I prefer blue, in case you haven't noticed on my profile picture, I prefer blue. It's my favorite color. I'm gonna put that as an A tier. Swift Slash, great. Keeper of the Light, Blinding Light. It's definitely blinding. That's a C tier. Chakra Magic. It's supposed. Is that even his staff? No, it's not. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. That's not his staff. That's a C tier. Illuminate. This is fine. C tier. Solar Bind, or no, I forgot what this is actually called. It's the one that slows. Yeah. It's actually, now this one is his staff, and it looks good too. It looks far better than Illuminate as an ability, like raising up his staff. So B tier. Recall. Why is the other person's silhouette dummy thick? It's fine. C tier. Oh, oops. Yeah, it's fine. C tier. And Spirit Form or Light Form. It's fine. D tier. I feel like I don't know why he's looking all pouty and sad. This is. Wait, what is this one? Is this supposed to be his shard? Let me double check. Keeper of the Light, or is this an ability that does not exist anymore? No, it's just no. This is Will-O-Wisp. Yeah. It's kind of busy, all things considered. I don't know what those shadows are supposed to be. Are those supposed to be the heroes? Because if so, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 of them. Yeah, this picture doesn't really make sense. It's not a bad picture, but it doesn't really represent what it's supposed to be. D tier. Oh boy, Kez. You know, I don't actually know what Kez does. I'll be so real. He's such a new hero that I can't. So this is probably going to be me judging off the icons objectively because I don't actually know what they do. But for the sake of it, I'm just going to pull up Kez here on my second monitor just so I can at least get the names correctly. Okay, so first one. Echo Slash. Oh, there goes no, Echo. Stop. Yeah, there goes my my little Amazon helper who's always listening to me in my private conversations. According to this, it slashes twice, and yep, that is represented rather well, but rather generic. C tier. Next up, this one is called Falcon Rush. Yeah, I'm just looking off the Dota 2 website. Yeah, dashes forward, causes a clone to attack every time he attacks. Very representative. I kind of like it. It's cleaner than the first one. That's a B tier. Next up, this one is Grappling Claw. Yeah, he just shoots out a hook and slashes an opponent. It looks kind of fine. It's fine. C tier. Next up, this one is Kazurai Katana. Yeah, this is fine. This is also a C tier. This one is Raptor Dance. I like the fact that you can see Kez so clearly, and it's his in-game model, because by this point Valve is already kind of confident in their in-game models being high quality that they don't need to draw it instead. This one is his Raven's Veil. Makes him invisible in smoke cloud. Yeah, actually B tier. The fact that you can actually see the smoke cloud is very nice. That's a nice touch. Next up, Shadow Sai. I'll be real. I think this is a D tier. I mean, they're the two Sais, yes, but I don't know. Something just strikes me as aggressively mediocre about this icon. Next up, Talon Toss. He just throws a knife. Yeah, does the job. C tier. Alright. Kunkka. I like this icon because of how well detailed it is. That is an A tier. Even though it's just innate now, but still, it's a good icon. I'll keep it there. Next up. Oops. Ghost Ship. You know, I don't like this icon. That's a D tier. It's supposed to be the front of the ship, but time has not done this icon justice. They could have at least shown like the sails of the ship, or angled it in such a way that you can actually see the silhouette of the ship. Yeah, that's a D tier. Next up, Tidal Wave, or whatever it's called, the wave that pushes people. It's fine. D tier. Tidebringer. I like the fact that you can very clearly make out that it's a sword cleaving through water. That's a B tier, for sure. Torrent. I'm also a little biased. The fact that it's the implied thing of the gush of water rising up. It's good. B tier. Good job, Kunkka. And X marks. Now this one is one of those things where it's so simple, but it's so great. The fact that it's quite literally an X marks the spot, and it reflects that in game as well. That's an A tier. That's an A tier for sure. It's been a while since we've seen any S tiers, but don't worry, we'll find some more. Don't you worry. All right, here we go. Now we got Duel. It's supposed to be those flag things that Legion Commander keeps on her back, but this time instead of jutting outward like a V, they're crossed. Which, I mean, that's cool. B tier. A lot of things are going into B tier right now. Moment of Courage. I'm fine with it. C tier. Overwhelming Odds. I'm fine with it. C tier. Press the Attack. I don't know why it's doing that Chen thing of the light emanating from within the helmet, but I like it. That's a B tier. Oh my god. Leshrac and his smorgasbord of blinding colors. Alright, let's just get this out of the way. Fate's Edict. Or Diabolical Edict. It's fine. C tier. Nihilism. Terrible. D tier. It does not look good. Lightning Storm. It's a case of, again, it's kind of like the Underlord thing that I mentioned so long ago. Underlord's thing was green. This lightning is purple. I guess it makes slightly more sense because it's still a cold hue. But C tier. Pulse Nova. It's fine. It's fine. You can see it's Leshrac fucking sparkling like he's a JoJo character. And Split Earth. I mean, you can tell that it's Split Earth because it's literally the Earth splitting apart. But I feel like they're trying to force the color scheme a bit too much, and it doesn't replicate the spikes that come out. But I guess just because it is what it's telling you it is. C tier. Alright, Lich. Oh no, we got another fucking orb. And I guess it kind of looks like the Chain Frost orb, except the Chain Frost orb doesn't have a black center. I'm torn with this one. I'll just put it in C tier and call it there. Ooh, Ice Nova. Or is it Frost Nova? Whatever. Lich's first spell. Terrible. I don't like it. D tier. Ice Armor. I remember... I don't know if they updated this model when they changed it to... Because before it was literally just called Ice Armor, but now it's like Frost Shield or something like that. It looks way better, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. That's a D tier. Oh, sorry, B tier. Next up, Ice Spire. I actually really like the detailing within the spire. I don't know why. The fact that you can see the ice itself is actually a darker color, and the light or the energy emanating from within like kind of blasts outward. That's a nice image. A tier for sure. Next up, Sinister Gaze. I feel like they definitely could have used Lich's eye instead, kind of like a Keeper of the Light, where you literally see his eye staring at you, or Bristleback's ult. Actually, you know what? No, that's not a C tier. It doesn't look good. That's a D tier. Next up, Life Stealer. I forget what this one is called. This is just Ghoul Frenzy. Just gives him attack speed. On top of being an extremely boring spell, it's an extremely boring icon. Doesn't even reflect what it's doing. B tier. Infest. This kind of goes hard, not gonna lie. Even though its resolution is, again, on the lower side. But I like it. Because of the implication. The colors are aggressive and the silhouette is even aggressiver. A tier. Open Wounds. Same thing. I don't know why. The fact that it's not afraid to show you that, yeah, I'm ripping this guy's fucking guts out is just sick. Literally. That's an A tier. Again, damn, Lifestealer, you're pulling numbers. Rage, I like it. The fact that you can see his skin turning color, red. You don't see his pupils. It's fine. Not as good as the others, but it's a solid B tier. And then we got Lina, Dragon Slave. You know, if in case you guys keep using cosmetics and stuff, Lena's default animation, like the model of the dragon that she unleashes for Dragon Slave, it looks rough. It looks fucking rough. But that being said, the icon where you can see the actual flame or even lava emanating from the dragon looks phenomenal, actually. The little details really elevate it, so that's an A tier. Fiery Soul. It's good also. I like it. That's a B tier. This is Flame Cloak. Does she still have this? Yeah, she does. What a strange ability. But that means that I actually like how it looks. I don't know, the fact that it looks like wings. You don't see Lena. Oh, I guess that's her silhouette, actually. Although I feel like the silhouette could definitely use a bit more highlighting, I guess. I'm not even sure if that is supposed to be the silhouette, but either way, it looks good. It looks good. B tier. Laguna Blade. You know, for a lightning bolt ability, it doesn't really look like a lightning bolt. That's a C tier. Lightning Strike Array. Light Strike Array, sorry. LSA. It's fine. C tier. Now we got Lion. Finger of Death. Well, he's definitely fingering. He's pointing at something. It's fine. D tier. That's fine. It's good. It's good. Spikes. I feel like the other ground spike abilities icons look better than this one. D tier. Ooh, now this one is kinda rough, but I kinda like it at the same time. I'm torn. I don't know where to put this. Because if I'm looking at it objectively with no bias, I'd probably put it in D tier. But I kinda like it just enough that I'll put it in C tier. Frog! Turns him into a frog. Hex. Yeah, it says, it does what it says. There you go. Alright. Lone Druid. This is supposed to be with the Return Bear ability. Savage. No, it's the Savage. It's the Savage Roar. No. There's nothing roaring in this picture. That is a D tier. Spirit Bear. The fact that you can see the teeth of the angry ass bear. It's good. It's a B tier. Next up we got Spirit Link. I feel like maybe if they overlaid the hand, Lone Druid's hand, like a human hand, over the paw, the imagery would be a lot more striking. If it did do that, it would probably be an A, maybe even an S tier. But for now, B tier. It's good. The paw thing is very iconic. Next up, True Form. This I'll put it also in B tier. It's fine. The bear is angry. There's lightning coming from it. I don't know why. It's fine. Next up, Luna. Now, Eclipse. I finally feel like this one truly can claim that it is using the orb effect properly. And therefore, it goes straight into S tier. Out of all of the Black Circle Void ability icons, this one deserves it the most. Because it is an Eclipse. It also is just very striking. Maybe if I had to nitpick one thing, maybe make the lines, like the pillars, make them look more like Lucent Beams. But aside from that, great spell. S tier. Lucent Beam. It is fine. That is a C tier. Glaives. This is rough. I don't know why the icon looks so low poly. It's like they took the lowest polygon or lowest texture of the glaives that they had and put it into Blender and then took a screenshot. That's rough. That's a D tier. I don't know what this is called. Is this supposed to be one of her Lunar Orbit, right? It's no, it's just Lunar Orbit. Now this is a great looking spell. Way better than her glaives. But that is an A tier. It looks fantastic, actually. Alright. I'll keep going a little bit more. Lycan. Feral Impulse. Well, I mean, it's tells you what it is. That's a C tier. Howl. Maybe if the moon wasn't red. But I still think it's a good icon. That's an A tier. True form. I don't know why, but whenever I see this icon, I always thought that the left side, that's supposed to be a wolf. But it just ends up looking like a panda. So I'm going to put that as a D tier. Summon wolves. Yeah, tells you what it's going to do. Summon the wolves. That's a C tier. Next up, the bite. The thing that turns your allies. Lycanthropy or whatever it's called. Lycan bite. What is it called? Wolf bite. The picture is aggressive, but maybe if they actually showed him biting into something, I'll put that as a B tier. It looks good. I like it. Magnus. Is Magnus this? Yes, Magnus. Empower. It's good. It's fine. C tier. Horn toss. Damn, this picture kinda looks extremely low poly now that I'm zoomed in like this. But I'll keep it as a C tier just because he's doing what the picture is saying, even though there's nothing actually being tossed, but it's implied. Reverse polarity. You know, it's hard to try to justify a big rhino character being as the magnet character of the game because this doesn't really portray what RP does. That being said, it's not fine. I'm putting it in D tier, sorry. Same thing with Shockwave. This does not look good. That is not a good Shockwave. There's nothing shocking about this. It looks like blue fire. Next up, we got Skewer. This one is better. This is better. The horn heading towards them. That's better. That's a B tier. Next up, we got everyone's favorite mute bastard, Marcy. This is Sidekick, right? Is it called... No, Bodyguard. I don't even know where this icon comes from. Is it like a pin that she has on her cloak? Either way, it doesn't reflect on anything, I think. D tier. Next up, Rebound. She jumps and bounces, so you can kind of see that being implied with the light. It's fine. C tier. Next up, we got Dispose, where she fucking hugs you. Not hugs. She literally puts hands on you to throw you away. Yeah, it's fine. I actually think that the quality is actually rather nice. B tier. Next up. This is Special Delivery, I think. Is that even a thing that she still has? Yeah, Special Delivery. It's when the courier fucking summons straight to her. Actually, I really like how this ability icon looks. Yeah, I think this is an A tier, honestly. Yeah. It looks really cute. And finally, Unleash. That little blood splatter really does add a lot of character to it. Fuck it, you know what? Oh shit, no. This is a S tier, I feel like. Yeah. The aggressive lighting along with the blood highlight really pulls it through. That's an S tier for sure. Finally, my main. So no bias here, allegedly. First up, we got Arena of Blood. You know what? In the interest of not being biased, I think that this icon could be a lot better. It's still good, but if they could actually see the outline of the arena in the background, perhaps. I understand that readability is something that they have to take into account because after all, these are just tiny icons. But it could be better, but it's still good. So I'll put it in B tier. Bulwark. It's a shield, the icon of a shield. I think it's simple. It's simple and it's great. A tier. Yeah. God's Rebuke. It's actually fine. I feel like the impact could have better effects. The fact that it's just like after images of him swinging it really fast. It's kind of weak. It's a C tier. And Spear of Mars. This is pretty good. Pretty damn good. I'll put it in B tier. See that? I'm not completely biased. Even though he's my favorite hero, most played hero, I didn't want to put him that much higher than everybody else. Okay. I think I'll just cut it off for here for now. I will pick up this recording again later. A few hours later, I'm feeling a little better. Alright, first up, we got Medusa. I think this is the return snake passive. Cold-blooded, yeah. I like it. The fact that it's a snake moving towards an attack that hit it. Striking imagery. The resolution is a little low, but the colors are nice and appealing, and you know, it's able to tell what the spell is doing just by looking at it. B tier. Now this one is Gorgon's Grasp. This is her like semi-new ability. It's fine. I don't have much of a strong opinion of it, just like the spell itself. This one is Mystic Snake. I like it. It definitely looks better. It's kind of in the same boat as the Cold-Blooded. That's a B tier for sure. And then Split Shot. This is fine. This is fine as an ability icon. Yeah, it's just the classic arrow splitting apart thing. I guess because it's green and vaguely snake-like, it fits Medusa, but it's fine. And the last one is Stone Gaze. I actually really like it. Not quite to S tier, but this is an A tier icon. Striking imagery and minimal colors while being able to convey the meaning of the spell is always great. So that's an A tier. Alright, next up, we got Meepo. Divided we stand. You know what? I hate it so much. I hate the character with all my heart, but I cannot, without good conscience, put this as not as an A tier, because it's brilliant. It's just Meepo, more Meepo. Meepo all day, every day. So that's an A tier. The next, this one is Earthbind. This is fine. I will put this at C tier. It's fine. Mega Meepo. It's very clear that they just went into Source Filmmaker and just stacked two Meepos on top of one another, took a screenshot and added a paint filter or like an oil pastel filter on top of it. It's actually kind of rough. I feel like if they needed to make this better, they could have, but they were under pressure to release the patch, and since Mega Meepo was definitely going to be a major selling point of that patch, they definitely could have done better by this icon. So that's D tier. This is Dig. It's very clear that is what he's doing. All the colors are on theme with Meepo. That's a C tier. Poof. I like how Poof looks. Maybe it's cool if you could see another Meepo also poofing along with it, but you know, Meepo doesn't need another Meepo to poof. That's fine. That's a B. It's good. And last one is Ransack. I mean, it's supposed to be Meepo hitting you with his shovel and healing, and I guess it does look like that. I'm not gonna think about it too hard. It's a C tier. It's fine. Marana, Sacred Arrow. It's striking. I like that. Straight to the point, simple colors, but the striking imagery, and the tip of the arrow is emphasized because that's the thing that your pos 5 roamer is gonna always miss. Nevertheless, it's a good spell. Icon, B tier. Moonlight Shadow. Well, it does look good. I like the fact that you can see the stars in her hair. But I guess the icon just definitely could be better. If it was better rendered, like maybe through the Arcana, or through the Persona. I don't remember what the Persona icon looks like, but nevertheless, it's a C tier. Leap. I like how they try to imply motion with a blur effect. But this is another case of they took a screenshot in Source Filmmaker and just added like a filter on top of it. C tier. Starfall. Wherever I put Crystal Maiden's freezing field, I'll put this. I think it was a C tier. Was it a C? Yeah, it's a C tier, and this is also C tier. I'm sorry, Marana mains, but just not doing it for me. Alright, Monkey King. Boundless Strike. It's fine. You can clearly see it's his staff being slammed. It's fine. Jingu Mastery. Now this one is a lot better. Yeah, the 4 times to mimic the 4 times that you need to hit. I like it. Yeah, that's the Monkey King bar. I forget what it's actually called in Chinese, but I know that the Monkey King itself is basically the original Chinese OC. And the staff is definitely one of the best parts about him. This one is Trickery, where he turns into turns into the thing. Does he still have this? According to the game website, I'm not sure if he still has. I'm fairly certain he still has this, but that being said, I like the icon. I feel like it really shows a lot of character, like ta-da, tree. All of a sudden, tree. I think it's good. B tier. Next up. This one is the this is when you land from Tree Dance. I'm gonna lump these two together as if they're one. Yeah, you know what? Just because I'm grading 2 icons. Well, actually no, because this one is fine. But the landing icon is far more detailed with better use of colors. The sense of impact is also very cool with like the stick landing directly into the ground. So that's a B tier, and Tree Dance is a C tier. And finally, Wukong's Command. Okay, it's got the clone Wukong behind him, and the fact that you can actually see his hair fibers, which is basically how he's summoning these clones, is very nice. That's a B. Actually, no, I'm gonna put that as an A tier. The fact that you can see the individual hair whiskers and fur, very good. That's an A tier. That's an A tier. Morphling, Adaptive Strike. This is fine. It looks like Kunkka's Torrent, but worse. That's a D tier. I'm just filling out D tier right now. I like how these 2 icons came together. It's like Valve intended it to be like this. You know what? Just for the meme, because and honestly, it's such an iconic image, piece of icon imagery that I have to put both of them in S tier. Just them being together, because I don't know why more icons don't do something like this. But yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Now this one is Replicate. It honestly looks rough, man. It looks rough. That's a D tier. Yeah, this is a rough icon for his ultimate. It looks rough. And finally, Waveform. Out of all of the water splash style abilities in this game, you know, like Kunkka stuff, or even from Morphling himself, I don't know why this one has the level of detail is so high. You can see individual droplets of water like foaming almost. And considering Morphling, I think, is one of the earliest character models, it's somewhat jarring, but just for that fact, I'm gonna put it in S tier. Yeah, I like Waveform's icon. It looks really good. It's like when you look up the initial character posters that they did for Dota all the way back in 2011. Morphling's, if you really zoom into his character poster, if you can look it up, it looks strangely very detailed. Alright, Milta. Deadshot. Yeah, it's the bullet bouncing. It is fine. C tier. Gunslinger. It's nice. Guns making an X guard. It looks good. B tier. Ooh, Pierce the Veil. Just because it has the Latin face paint or Mexican face paint, it looks really good. It looks really good. The inverted colors too, or not inverted, just just striking colors with the skull. That's an A tier for sure. This one is The Calling. I feel like the colors could have been brighter. It looks kind of bland, if I'm being completely honest. I will keep that as a C tier. Now we got Naga Siren. I forget what this one is called. Deluge. Right. Yeah, it's basically supposed to be her old Riptide, right? Well, I mean, it is. It's her facet, right? You get to choose Riptide or Deluge. So these things are. Wait, are they actually just a tilt? It is. It's just a tilted model. I'm gonna put these together, and it's just a slight recolor. You know what? This one D tier. This one C tier, because it's an original spell. It looks like, again, low resolution water splash, but this one is a lazy recolor, D tier. All right, we got Ensnare. It's fine. C tier. Don't have much to say about it. This one is Mirror Image. This one is far better. Far better. Not quite A level, but it's a B. It's a B for sure. This one is Reel In. Does she even still have this? I don't think she does. It's not bad. You can see the nets being pulled in, so C. And finally, Call of the Siren. I like it. I like this icon. This one very striking, even though you don't. It is her. It's kind of like Axe or yeah. It's like an Axe or Beastmaster where they're just yelling, except her. It looks good. Yeah, A tier. A tier for sure. All right, Necrophos, Death Pulse. This is a perfect example of striking imagery. I'm almost tempted. You know what? It goes in S tier. The glow of the eyes, the actual pulse around the skull. That's good. That's an S tier. This is Death Seeker. Damn, this is just another really good ability. It's a different shade of green than Necrophos typically uses, but it fits still. Yeah, it looks good. That's an A tier. Next up is Death Shroud. His I forget what is it. What I use it. Ghost Shroud, right? It is. This one is definitely his just fine spell. It's a C. Heartstopper Aura. I'm sorry. I'm biased towards Necrophos. I really like Necrophos. The fact that it's literally a heart that's cracking. That's an A tier. That's A tier right there. And Reaper's Scythe. For such a powerful ability and such a satisfying one to land, the icon could definitely be better. That's a C tier. Alright, next up, Shadow Friend. Presence of the Dark Lord. You know, for such a metal-ass name, it's just the visage. Again, it's like there. It's like Medusa, right? Simple imagery, simple colors, striking imagery. A tier. This is Feast of Souls. It's trying to be what Presence is, but it's not quite there. But it still follows the same principle. B tier. Next up, Requiem of Souls. You know, the striking color, the color and imagery is striking, but the resolution is shockingly low. I'm gonna put it in B tier. Despite its low resolution. Yeah. If it was any lower or they failed to execute in any other aspect of it, I'd put it in C tier. But I like it just enough to put it in B tier. Alright, and the 3 Shadow Raises. I like this. The fact that all of them is at different ranges. Actually, no. These are great. These are fucking great. Yeah. All of these go into A tier. Brilliant. And now we have Night Stalker. Crippling Fear. I like the fact that you can kind of see the void in his mouth, which I think is also reflected on the void spell. You know, just for that little piece of spell imagery, that goes to B tier. This one is darkness, or like dark descent now. It used to just be the trees, but now the fact that you can see Night Stalker in the silhouette really brings it up higher, I feel like. This is an A tier, in my opinion. Oh yeah, for sure. Hunter in the Night. I like this spell. The moon really gives a nice source of contrast, and the fact that his body shape kind of goes, you know, parallel with the moon is good, with the wing to provide contrast. B tier, for sure. And Void. I kind of want to put it in C, but my personal bias is just putting it towards B. And I'm going to put it... Yeah, the fact that you can see it in his mouth, because I think the spell description actually states that the void energy comes from his gaping maw or something like that. So I'll put it in B tier. Yeah, it looks good. Nyx Assassin, Burrow. Well, you can tell he's definitely doing that. That's a C tier. Impale. Now this one is a far better Impale than Sand King or Lion or whatever. I guess because of the blue background helps give it contrast. That's a B tier. Mind Flare. I don't even know what the fuck that's supposed to be. I'm not gonna think about it too hard. D tier. Spiked Carapace. This I like. Little ball of spikes in the middle. They could have put Nyx there, but I think this captures what it's supposed to be far better. That's an A tier for sure. Vendetta. For such a powerful ability, this is a kind of whatever icon. It's not bad. It's not D level, but it's C. Next up, Overdose. Obsidian Distractor. Obsidian Obligatory Defender. Arcane Orb. This one is good. The little light flares from the center give it a lot of character. B tier. Astral Imprisonment. Now this one actually looks, for like, out of all of the energy orbs-esque abilities in this game, this one looks good because it actually reflects what the spell looks like. A tier. Essence or Essence Shift or Essence, is it called Essence Aura? Just double checking. Essence Flux, sorry. Yeah, this one, it's good. It's good. B tier. Yeah. And his ult, Sanity's Eclipse. It goes hard, man. I don't know. Its resolution is a little on the lower side, but ever since I remember seeing this spell added, I remember when they added OD to Dota all the way back when, and this dealt, it was just cool, just seeing a big flash of light, like basically a flashbang. Yeah, that's an A tier. Ogre Magi, Bloodlust. I mean, it looks crude, which I guess does fit Ogre. I'm just gonna put it in C tier. Fire Blast. Unfortunately, the spell icon is on the weaker side. C tier. Ignite. Now this one looks bad. It does look bad, doesn't it? D tier. Multicast. I mean, it's supposed to be his club multiple times. I'll put it in B tier despite of its low resolution. Fire Shield. It's bad. D tier. And Unrefined Fire Blast, I'm just gonna put it in the same tier as Ogre. Yeah, that's a C tier. I got a little bit more to go. A little bit more. Omni Knight, Guardian Angel. You know, it looks rough, doesn't it? The fact that the proportions on the angel look off. That's a D tier, yeah. Imagery is striking, colors are simple, but it is dull colors. And the art itself just looks weird, like a concept art. D tier. Hammer of Purity. Now this is a later spell that they gave Omni Knight. And this one looks way better. Way better. B tier. Repel. It is fine. D tier. C tier. Purification. It is also fine. I like the cone of light coming down. Actually, I never really saw that the details of the ground impact of everything clearing out of the way. You know, just for that, B tier. B tier, for sure. Oracle. We got False Promise. It's supposed to be that thing that Oracle has on its back that's cracked. I kinda dig it. Even though I don't know why they're implying broken, like a broken promise, because false promise is just a good thing. It's just straight up a good thing. A tier. Alright. Fate's Edict. This is supposed to be like his cape, which does look like a scroll. I like it. It's the use of imagery that's very striking on the character model or character design. That's a B tier. This one is, I think that's the orb that he floats in his hand. This is fine. This is C tier. Purifying Flames. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. This is gonna be a super super niche comparison. But have you guys ever played Marvel vs. Capcom and played War Machine in those games? If you crouch and do the heavy attack, and you look at how his shoulder laser comes out when he's doing crouch heavy attack, it looks just like that. The pink laser. Super niche, I know, so there's some bias here, but yeah, that's kind of what it reminds me of. A tier. And this one is Fate's Reign or something like that. I actually don't know what it's called. It's called Reign of Destiny. I like it. This one is a B tier. Yep. Good job, Oracle. Now, we got Pango, Rolling Thunder. This one is... yeah, it's good. It's good. This one is a perfect example of it does what it says, and the icon is very well made. B tier. Lucky Shot. I think this is supposed to symbolize like a coin being flipped, but let's be real, it's not a coin. It's 100%. Almost. Exactly, yeah. I will put this as a C tier. This one is Curl Up, Roll Up. Yeah, the level of detail on this is shockingly high, actually. The subtle edge glow or rim lighting around the corners of the ability really brings it up, so A tier. Shield Guard, this is fine. C tier. And Swashbuckle. This one is a lot better. It's like a Monkey King, the Jingu. Yeah, so that's a B tier. Phantom Assassin. I don't know, something about her face. Like, am I crazy? Is her right eye and the left side of her nose just a little off? I know it's supposed to represent, you know, shading to be different, but it's like they're drawn differently. I'm just gonna put that in C tier and not think about it too hard. Coup de grace, or if you're a man of culture, coup de grace. It's striking. I like it. This is an A tier. This is an A tier for sure. Everyone loves a good coup de grace, am I right? Don't hate me, French people. Fan of Knives. Well, that's clearly what it is. It's clearly what it is. That's a B tier. This is her facet, or is this her passive? I'm gonna have to... Hold on, I gotta make sure. No, okay, so immaterial. This is her... This is what took the place of Blur, right? I kind of like it. Simple colors, more striking imagery, and I'm always just a sucker for shadowy figure with actually no. I guess it's because it doesn't resemble Phantom Assassin all that much, but I like it. It's an A tier. All right, and this one is Phantom Strike. You can see her like blade weapon thing. It is fine. C tier. And the knife, Stifling Dagger. This is also fine. That's a C tier. And you know what? Here, in order to mix it up, right? To mix it up, I'm gonna, for the next one, I'm gonna go bottom up, because I feel like anytime I watch those really long videos of Purge or any other people doing like patch breakdowns, they always go in alphabetical order. So by the time they reach Zeus and all those at the bottom, they get really tired and they don't have much to say. I mean, I'm getting tired and I'm starting to run out of things to say, but I want to shake it up a little bit. So I'm going to go from the bottom here. Thunder God's Wrath. I kinda like it. I mean, it's still using Zeus's old model, right? But it is striking. It is striking. This is fucking Mario character design. Next up, Lightning Hands. They gave this to him somewhat later on, but it's still using his old character model. I don't know why. B tier. Valve's just trying to be a little funny boys, huh? Thunderbolt. Because of the low resolution, I'm almost tempted to put this in D tier. But I like how aggressively, like, you can almost, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a vein, that like Zeus is clutching the lightning bolt so hard that it's causing his arm to bulge. So just, no, executive decision. That's an A tier. You see that? I was about to put it in C tier, but I'm bumping it up to A tier because he's holding that lightning bolt so goddamn aggressively. This one is Heavenly Jump. Fucking Mario as Mario comes. It's just so dumb that I love it. A tier. Extremely dumb. This is Nimbus. The fact that you can... I actually never noticed that... I mean, obviously, the Nimbus Cloud shoots lightning, but I never realized that the lightning that it shoots out is like the stereotypical lightning shape. It's a B tier. Damn, Zeus's spell icons are really good. Now this one is rough. I'm not gonna put it in D tier, but it's a C tier for sure. Next up, Witch Doctor. This is the ultimate, the Voodoo Switcheroo. I like the colors. I like that color. It's like Necrophos, you know. It's a skull with characters, icons, just purple. Again, yeah, like compared to Death Pulse, right? Which I did put it in A tier. It just looks really good. No. If I put Necrophos' thing there, this deserves to be there too. That's an S tier spell icon for sure. Amazing color usage of color. Yeah. All right, now. Voodoo Restoration. This is fine. C tier. Paralyzing Cast. This is better. This is definitely better. Not C tier, but it's a B. I feel like. Next up, we got Male Dick. Everybody loves a good male dick. This one is I'm just gonna put it in C and not think about it too hard. Yeah, for such a powerful ability, its icon still makes no sense. I don't even know what... I mean, it's supposed to be a curse, I guess. So, and Death Ward. For one of the most powerful abilities in the game, this icon does not do it justice. C tier. Why is Wisp all the way down here? His code name would be like IO or Guardian Wisp. Why would he be... Oh no, that makes sense. Wisp. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay. Tether. I guess it is implied that is linking two things together, but they could have done a better job of having like a silhouette and IO himself or itself tethered, so spirits. I like it. I like it. I like this icon. That's a B tier. This is relocate. I like how they make such a big... Okay, is IO supposed to be the little thing, right? Is he the little thing in the corner of the screen teleporting somewhere else? Or is IO the thing being teleported and that's like the friendly target you're bringing alongside? Either way, the fact that it's somewhat ambiguous is nice. That's an A tier. Next up, we have... Oopsie. Overcharge. The glowing ball with lights and like energy thingies coming out of it. It looks good. B tier. That's a B tier. All right, I'll finish this up by doing a few more at the top of the list here. Phantom Assassin. This one is juxtapose, right? I kind of dig it. This one is the implied movement because of the motion lines is very nice. Actually, no, that's an A tier. I think this is deserving to be an A tier. Next one is Jesus, I forgot what his ult is called. My God, I am a fraud. What is your ult called, Phantom Lancer? No! Oh my God. Juxtapose is the ultimate. This is Juxtapose. The other one is Doppelganger. Or did I say that? I'm getting really tired. I need to wrap this up. Yes, this is his ultimate. Juxtapose. And it is fine. C tier. Yeah, C tier. This one is Phantom Rush. This is another case of open up source filmmaker, take a screenshot, I think. That's and by the way, the reason I say that is because a lot of the early icons, they didn't take screenshots. They drew the characters. Like this Morana icon is not a screenshot. That is something they drew, right? Like this lion thing, I'm fairly certain that's a drawing, not a screenshot. Yeah, like this is a screenshot of Dragonite. This is probably a drawing, right? And I guess I'll give a slight preference towards drawings over screenshots. Like this one, this is Spirit Lance. I think that's a screenshot. No, that's definitely a screenshot. So it's fine. That's a C tier. Alright, Phoenix. I'll do one, maybe two more. Fire Spirits. This is fine. C tier. Icarus Dive. This one is better. The implied movement with it's doing a lot of things. It's supposed to be like the bird flying, dashing towards an area. Like this could be interpreted as the bird flying forward, but then this can also be interpreted as like the neck of a bird. So there's a lot of layers there. So B tier. Sunray, big laser. Hard to not be impressed by a big laser ability. B tier. And Supernova. I really like this icon. Not quite S tier level, but it's good. It's definitely one of the better looking ones. Because it is the sun, or the egg that Phoenix turns into. A tier. Next up, Primal Beast. This is Onslaught? I think that's what it's called. Let me double make sure. Yes, Onslaught. It's fine. C tier. The ultimate, which is Pulverize. See, good use of a character silhouette, and it's the fact that it's also a drawing. Yeah, this is a drawing. This isn't a screenshot. This is an S tier. It also kind of looks like the guy's flipping him off, doesn't it? Right? He's like, why are you doing this? Fuck you, you know? That's an S tier for sure. I'm not giving too many spots S tiers, so I'm giving that one an S tier. Next one is Rock Throw. I don't like it. D tier. This one is Trample. The Footprint. I like it. I like it. Easy use of understandable imagery. B tier. And finally, Uproar. I like the fact that its color actually changes as you take more damage. I'll put that as a B tier. Alright. Okay. Just got a little bit more to go. I'm going to end this session here.
Okay. Still have a lot of things to go through, so I'm going to speed this up. Dream Coil. This is fine. It's a swirly thing. It's better than Midnight Pulse and Time Lock because it has a little bit more color and more texture in the icon, so that's better. Apologies if my mic sounds different. I had to switch to a different mic. My other mic is don't worry about it. Illusory Orb. It's better. I kind of like it more. The little halo around the orb does a lot of the heavy lifting. I'll put it at the lower end of B tier. Phase Shift. I like the fact that you can actually see Puck literally phasing. The colors are all on theme. It's good. B tier. Waning Rift. This is also good. The little rainbow effects around the sparkles around Puck. Even though I'm fairly certain that's Puck's old model, but it's fine. B tier. Next up, Pudge. Dismember. It's good. This one is definitely on the better end. B tier. Flesh Heap. This one is fine. That's a C. Meat Hook. For such an old and classic ability, the detailing is surprisingly high. The fact that, yeah, the literal bloody hook. I think just for the detailing alone, I'll put that as an A tier. Yeah, that's an A tier for sure. Rot. I like that you can, there's tiny details like flies and stuff. B tier. That's a B tier. Pugna. Decrepify. I like how they probably struggled to find a way to convey that you're turning someone ethereal, so they just used a picture of Pugna. For that reason, it's fine. C tier. Life Drain. Now this one, even though it looks somewhat simplistic, but the actual visualization of a skull being disintegrated, that looks nice. That's an A tier. Nether Blast. This is actually a garbage icon. It looks like someone just took a paintbrush with, you know, the green effect and just splatted it outwards. Could be better. So that's a D tier. Nether Ward. You know, I don't even know if that looks like the Nether Ward in game, but it's fine. C tier. Queen of Quap. Quap of Pain. This is her blink. Definitely a lot better than Anti-Mage's blink. That's for damn sure. B tier. Is the fact that you can actually see her, the implied movement. It's good. B tier. Scream of Pain. This one is good. Of all the pictures of characters screeching at the viewer, and I like Beastmaster and Axe, it's good. Yeah, A tier. Poison Dagger. I feel like this one is. It just looks like bleeding dagger. Doesn't look like poison. It looks just like blood. So D tier. And Sonic Wave. This is fine. Yeah, that's a C tier. It's fine. All right, Clockwork. This one is Battery Assault. It's fine. That's a C tier. Hookshot. I feel like they could have utilized some sort of silhouette more, or a dynamic shot of the hook shooting off from clockwork. This is fine. That's a C tier. Jetpack. Now I I actually really like this icon, even though Clockwork himself doesn't actually have a jetpack in game. You know what? No, I really like this icon. That's an S tier icon. the two gigantic packs on the back. I like it. I like it. That's an S tier. This is overclock. It is fine. It does no. I'll just put it in C tier just to be safe. It's not. It kind of tells you what it's supposed to be doing. It's a cog that looks like it's shining because it's working overdrive, so it's fine. And power cogs. This one, I like it. The striking colors and the visualization. B tier. That's fine. Rocket flare. This, I don't know why it's showing multiple. I guess it's supposed to simulate the embers of the flare, but that's not what the rocket flare actually looks like. D tier. Razor, Eye of the Storm. This one is fine. That's a C tier. That's a C tier. Plasma Field. Maybe if Razor was in the middle, it would be a lot better. But as it stands, it's, tell you what, I'll look where I placed Disruptor's field thing. Okay, it was in C tier, so this also belongs in C tier. Static Link. I mean, it is Razor's whip. This one is fine. This one is fine. This one is Static Field? No, not Static Field. This is crap, I forgot what Razor's passive is called. I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud, Spider-Man. Storm Surge, my god. This one is they were clearly working with what they had with the Razor's icons. But I feel like this one, just because the silhouette is far more appealing, because Razor's helmet is kind of cool looking, I'll put that as a B tier. That's a B tier. Ricky. Alright, Cloak and Dagger, once known as permanent invisibility. I like the fade into the fade in from the character, and you can see his like after images. That's a B tier. I think that's a B tier. Next up, we got Blink Strike. The colors are a little simplistic. Maybe it could have used some rim lighting around the silhouette. But that being said, it definitely does the job better than most others to imply the movement. That's also a B tier. This is Smoke Screen, sorry. Yeah, this one is fine. That's a C tier. And finally, we got Tricks of the Trade. I remember when they first added this to Ricky back in the day. This one definitely looks a lot better. This, no, I really like the, because the in-game literally looks like a field of knives being set on the ground. That's an A tier. That's an A tier. Next up, we got Ringmaster. Oh boy, a shit ton of icons. So this one is the crystal ball. Right, it's just like a bunch of fucking Christmas ornaments. This one is fine. C tier. Now this one is the Funhouse Mirror. This, you know what, for all the little trinket stuff, I'm just gonna put them in C tier because I don't have much to say about them. Now this one is an actual ability, the Impalement Arts. This one is far better compared to the other knife abilities, like Kez's or even Queen of Pains, to imply like a knife being thrown and causing bleeding or of some kind, or just a knife being thrown. This one is a far better icon. This one is a B tier. Next up, we got Spotlight. This is the Shard. I actually really like this icon. just the extremely well done usage of silhouettes and like the glare from the light source. That's an A tier. That's an A tier for sure. Here we got another trinket. Let me see. I want to make sure I get the names of these right. Strongman tonic. Yeah, these just all go to C tier. That's just a trinket. That's another thing. C tier. This one is his first spell, Tame of the Beast. The whip, the glow towards the end really implies the power of the whip. This is not a, this is a B tier. This is a B tier. Yeah. Next up we got this is his second ability, the Escape Act. The detailing on the icon is actually surprisingly high. Surprisingly high. Yeah, that's an A tier. That's an A tier. Just for the art alone. This is another fucking trinket. Weighted pie. Just place that there. Not gonna think about it too hard. This is the ultimate Wheel of Wonder. I feel like for an ultimate, it definitely could have used the because in game the wheel actually like has his face on top of it. I don't know why the icon doesn't. I feel like that's a lost opportunity. You know what? No, just because of that, and the colors are kind of dull too. The red of the red of the wheel could have been a lot brighter. D tier. Not gonna think about it too hard. And this is the whoopee cushion again. Put it there. Not gonna think about it too hard. All right, Rubik. First up, we got Arcane Supremacy. I remember when this thing used to be called Nullfield. Yeah, it's Rubik's staff with whatever weird symbol that's supposed to be, even though I don't think that symbol ever shows up on Rubik. It's fine. So it's fine. C tier. This one is Fade Bolt. I feel like if they made it more jagged to symbolize that it's jumping from target to target, but I guess that's what this swoopy effect is supposed to be. But it's fine. Just because I like the color, it's a bright green. I'll put that in B tier. One second. I just need to compare it to. Where did I put Dazzles? There. Now we got Spell Steal. It's a simple visual of Rubik literally grabbing energy, right? Although I think it's funny because I think Rubik. Never mind, I'm looking at him right now. I thought Rubik was like a cartoon character where he only had 4 fingers. No, he has 5. Even though his fingers don't look like that, but whatever. It's a good visual. B tier. Next up is Telekinesis. It's another one of those spells that actually uses a silhouette. Even though I don't know what the silhouette... It looks so crudely drawn. I'll just put that as a C tier. Not think about it too hard. Sand King. Alright. Burrow Strike. Of the various other Impale, Ground Spike abilities, this one is... I guess they had to portray this one closer to the ground because Sand King moves along with it. For that reason, I will put it... No, but the it doesn't infer movement, however. So I'll just put that as a C tier. Epicenter. I feel like the colors could have been bolder. C tier. If you could see Sand King in the middle and there was like more of a implied like movement, or the ground being broken up in the middle, it would definitely be better. So for now, C tier. Sandstorm. Now this one is a lot better. This one is a hell of a lot better of an icon. Actually, I will put that as an A tier. I like that. I guess, yeah, like I said, I'm a sucker for whenever in an icon you can see the silhouette with the glowing eyes. Those always look good. And this one is Stinger. This is a later ability that they gave him because Caustic Finale is not a thing anymore. This one is, you know what? I don't like it. D tier because it had the audacity to replace Caustic Finale as an icon. Shadow Demon. All right, this one is the Demonic Cleanse. See, again, beautiful use of a silhouette, and in fact they actually go further than that, and they actually gave the silhouette some glow, some lighting, because you can see it around the face and the shoulders and stuff. They didn't have to go that hard on a featureless silhouette, but they did. So praise where praise is due. No, you know what? Executive decision. That's an S tier. I think that's an S tier. The glow around the icon itself really elevates this icon. Demonic Cleanse. So this one is an older icon, you can definitely tell. I like the fact that the smoke looks like a skull. You can see the character in there, but it's good. It's good. Could be better. Not as high quality compared to Demonic Cleanse, so that's a B tier. Next up, Disruption. Now this one, it's another one of those orb ability icons, but the fact that you can see shadows and stuff inside the orb elevates this higher than other orb abilities. So for that reason, I will also put it as a B tier. Next up, we got Dissimulate. This one is fine. I guess I like the aggressive implication of the action lines heading towards the center of the orb. It's good. C tier. And next up, Shadow Poison. This one is fine. This one is fine. C tier. Shadow Shaman. Where's did I already? Yeah, I already did. Shadow Fiend. I guess his code name must have been Nevermore or something like that, because that is his name. Shadow Shaman. First up, we got Ether Shock. It's supposed to be lightning, but again, resolution is rather low because it's an old icon. This one is a D tier. This is Foul Play. I personally think it's hilarious. You can, the fact that the chicken feathers really adds to the characterization of this spell icon, so that's a B tier. Mass Serpent Wards, it's good. Resolution's a little low. C tier. Shackles. I don't like this icon. I don't know, just something about it. I don't like it. It reeks of the concept art sloppiness, you know. And finally, we got Hex. This one is good. Also, funny chicken. B tier. All right, Timber Saw, Chakram. Now this one, I really like how aggressive the icon looks. The subtle lightning effects around it as it spins really sells the aggressive nature of the spell. A tier. This one is Flamethrower. This one is also good. No. It's the beta icon. Messy brushwork effect. D tier. Reactive Armor. This one is... I would put this in C tier. But I don't know, the glow around it and the fact that it's just a metallic thing, kind of inferring that it's bouncing off. I like it. B tier. Timber Chain. This one is also good. The leaves really add to the character of the icon. B tier. Finally, Whirling Death. This one is definitely fine. They could have added like some blood effects or some leaves or trees or something. But it's just a spinning wheel, so C tier. Silencer. I remember when they updated the color icons for this, because for those who don't know, all the way back in the day, Silencer used to be red, and Omni Knight used to be red. No. Silencer was red, and Dragonite was also like pure red. So they needed to differentiate the color, so they made Silencer purple. So you can kind of see that in the icon, where it looks like it's a slight recolor. But this is Curse of the Arcane Curse. This one is fine. This is a C tier. Glaives, this is also fine. That's a C tier. Global Silence, now this one's a lot better. This one is a lot better. The implied shockwave of something that's supposed to silence everything is a nice touch. C tier. No, B tier. And finally we got Last Word. Now, with Drow and other silent style abilities, normally I would put it a little lower, but I, for some reason, really like how in your face the silence icon is. And for that reason, I'll put it in B tier. Okay, just a little bit more to go. I'll do a couple more. Wraith King. I'm assuming he's here because it's supposed to be Skeleton King. This one is Vampiric Aura. Or Vampiric Spirit, or whatever it's called now. It's good. It's good. I'll put this as a B. Wraith Fire Blast. I like this one. It's an aggressive silhouette with very clear lighting. I'll put that as an A tier. Next up we got Mortal Strike, or his crit. This one is also good. This is fine. That's a C tier. At least it actually looks like his default sword, so that's good. Reincarnation, funny. Just this tombstone. I feel like they could have had some visual of his hand come. If they had the visual of him sticking his hand out, this would be a lot better. That would be an A tier. But as it stands, it's a B tier. It's fine. And this one is the alternate crit, the Spectre Sword, or Spectral Sword, or I don't know what it is. I don't like it. D tier. It's a pretender. It's trying to be Mortal Strike, but it's not. We got Skywrath, Mystic Ancient Seal. It is good. I like the aggressive glow of the icon. Yeah, it's good. Next up, we got Arcane Bolt. It reeks of the concept art brush pandemic that all these other D tiers have. But I mean, it does somewhat look like the spell, so it's a C tier. I can't say the same though for concussive shot. This one is a nothing. That's a nothing spell icon. So that's a D tier. And then for the ultimate, we got Mystic Flare. This one definitely looks better. This one is a B tier. Even though the icon in the game doesn't look like a whirlwind, it's just a dome of magic. It still looks good. It still looks good. This, I forgot. This was his old passive, I think. His old shard that I'm just gonna judge it based off what it looks like. These two are. No. I'm sorry. This. Let me double check. You know what? I have the game open on my screen here. Let me just pull it up so I don't get this shit wrong. 1 second. Bear with me. Yeah, sorry. One is Staff of the Scion, the other one Shield of the Scion. Which is funny because the Shield of the Scion is actually his default staff. And this other one, this is a cosmetic, I'm pretty sure. But they actually look really well made for an icon. A simple silhouette of a weapon or a staff is always just a striking visual or imagery. So those both belong in B tier.
Boo, regular Mike is back. Alright, Slardar. So, this is Corrosive Haze, once known as, by the very descriptive name, Amplify Damage. I'm going to be biased because I like old Slardar boy. I just like how simple it is. You know, simple doesn't always mean bad. That's a B tier. Basher of the Deep. This is the mace that he hits you with all the time. This one I will rate as a C tier. This is fine. This one is Slithering Crush, is stun with a slow. Everyone seems to forget about the slow. This one is, you know what? This actually might be a D. Yeah, you can't really tell that that's supposed to be like Slardar's bottom, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's a D. This one is Sprint. It's supposed to be his fins. I feel like some motion could have been conveyed with this one. It's fine. C. Alright. Slark. Death Pact. I actually... Dark Pact? Death... or whatever. It's the Dispel. I actually like this icon. The fact that you can see the grimace, the visage of Slark is really nice. And the fact that the colors kind of match the spell is nice too. This one is Depth Shroud. This is fine. I like how I say this is fine and I put it in D tier. No, the colors are actually nice. The usage of bubbles is very appealing with the color. It's on theme, but it looks a lot more soft compared to Slark's other abilities, which are a lot more, I guess you could say, aggressive looking. Essence Shift. This one is fine. It's a C. Pounce. This is also fine. And his ultimate. This is better. This is better. Far more aggressive. Maybe not to the level of maybe not to the level of the first one, but I like this one. That's a B. That's a B tier. Snapfire. Cookies. This one is cute. I think just for the cute factor alone, that's an A tier. You know, you just have to. This one is I think this is the shard where Mortimer eats your stupid. I'm not even sure if this is in the game anymore, but just because it's so cute. This is the only one I think so far that's made it onto the S tier through cute factor alone. So that's an S tier. Then we got Little Shredder. See, this is good. This is good. The fact that it conveys motion with the bullet. You can see that it's penetrating armor. You know, it does everything that the spell is supposed to. I feel like maybe the only other thing is it could have had multiple bullets be coming out because it does make her rapid fire. But it's still good. That's a B. That's a B tier. Next, oh, sorry, went too far down. Mortimer's Kisses. Now this one, I guess now that I think about it, you can kind of see Mortimer at the bottom of that image, I think. But no, this is a D tier. That's disappointing for the ultimate. This one is Scatterblast. This one is good. The fact that you can see where the directions of all the cone is, yep, that's good. That's a B tier. Sniper, we got Assassinate. See, like this one could have been Little Shredder, but unfortunately, tell you what, I'm gonna put Assassinate in B, but I'm putting Little Shredder in A. Yeah, executive decision. This one is Flashbang, or Concussive Grenade, or whatever it's called. This one it's actually kind of low resolution for how new this icon is. That's a D. Next up we got Headshot. This one is fine. This is fine. That's a C tier. Shrapnel. See, okay, this one is a lot better compared to like Rocket Flare or Rocket Barrage, because you can actually see the detail of the dirt hitting the ground. Sorry, you can see the detail of the dirt being disturbed by the shrapnel hitting the ground. So that's a B. Take aim. It's fine. It does the job. It does the job. That's a C. Spectre. We got Desolate. I like how aggressive the icon is, and you know the mere fact that they just straight up show the icons being sad, which is kind of strange because Desolate only works on single targets. So the fact that it has multiple is just kind of weird. But I guess they just wanted to show it off, or you know, artistic rendition. Okay, this one is dispersion. It's an orb, doesn't signify anything. D tier. This literally does not show up at any point in Spectre's character design. D tier. Alright, now we got Haunt. This one is actually kinda I like it. Again, it's the character outline with aggressive highlighting. Yeah, that's an A tier. That's an A tier for sure. And this is the Shadow Step. This one is not as good, but the bright purple is still appealing to me. It is her weapon, I believe. Yeah, that's a B tier. And finally, Spectral Dagger. I would put this at D tier, but because it actually represents the shadow path that she leaves on the ground, or rather, your enemies leave on the ground. C tier. Alright, now we got Spirit Breaker. This one is Bulldoze, I believe, right? Yes, Bulldoze. I like it. The aggressive use of colors. B tier. B tier. High quality image as well. We got Charge of Darkness. Now this one is, the years have not been kind to this ability. The implied movement is nice, but it could definitely be better but for his most iconic ability, it's rather meh. Alright, now we got Greater Bash. I like it. The fact that you can aggressively see like a chunk of the mace or the flail breaking off. That's nice. B tier. This one is Nether Strike. This one's kind of whatever, if I'm being honest. Yeah. What the fuck is this? What is he doing? Grimacing at you? That's a C. And Planar Pocket. This one is, I can't tell what the fuck it's supposed to be. Colors are nice, but doesn't make sense. D. Storm Spirit. Ball Lightning. This one, for such an iconic ability, it's fine. C tier. This one is supposed to be, does this even exist anymore? Is this supposed to be the, Overload or whatever? Regardless, it kind of looks like the Shiva's Guard icon. It's fine. I'm just not gonna think about it too hard. C tier. This one is Electric Vortex. It is fine. No. I feel like it's a wasted opportunity with this icon. D tier. And Static Remnant. This one is much better. This one is probably Storm's best icon. In fact, the fact that you can see him smiling and giggling to himself is great. That's an A tier. That's an A tier. I think it's probably the best Spirit Remnant icon there is. Alright, we got Sven. God Strength. If the colors were a little more saturated, a little bit more, this one could have been an A tier icon. But as it stands, B tier. I feel like the colors are just too muted. Just a bit. Just a bit. Greater Cleave. This one is... No, it's drawn, so that's nice. But I feel like it's not dynamic or aggressive as it should be. C tier. Stormhammer. This one is... fine. Warcry. Now this one I don't like. It's Sven being drawn, but not a dynamic pose, and it just feels kind of flat compared to what it could have been. You know, D tier. All right, we got techies. First up, we got the good old proximity mines. And you know, real quick tangent, I miss the remote mines. Not because I miss playing against them, just because it had the troll face on them. Don't believe me? Look up techies, look up on Google or whatever, techies remote mines troll face. There is literally a troll face in that icon, and the fact that they removed that is criminal. They can just, honestly, they can just reskin these as the remote mines and just rename the ability remote proximity mines. No one will give a shit. Anyway, proximity mines. This one is fine. C tier. This one is the minefield sign. Does the job. C tier. This one is reactive taser. I like this one. It's goofy. Goofy You know what? This is an A tier. That's an A tier icon. Just for the funny factor alone. That's good. That's a good one. This one is Sticky Bomb. It has a lot of character. That's a B tier. This one is Blast Off. Is that supposed to be a heart? No, that's his arm. But it does look like a heart, doesn't it? Just for that alone, I'm gonna put it in B tier. Yeah, that's supposed to be the front guy or whatever. Squee, I think is his name. Squee's elbow. Put that in B tier. Alright, Templar Assassin. This one is Meld. I personally like it. B tier. Next up, Psyblades. This is fine. It reflects her projectiles, but I think they could have done some sort of to show it off that it can pass through or bounce off targets. C tier. Psionic traps. This is fine. C tier. Refraction. This is it kind of mimics what the refraction shield looks like, but I don't like it. D tier. And this is her psionic projection. This is a phenomenal icon. Phenomenal, actually. You know what? I really like this icon. It's so aggressive with the colors and the fact that she's phasing into the trap, and the trap is still visible, but nothing is lost, and the color is consistent, and you can see the outline of the character. That's great. S tier for sure. Terrorblade. All right. This one is his conjure image, or yeah, conjure image. This one is fine. This is not a drawing. This is just Terrorblade, you know, times 2 in Source Filmmaker. So it's fine. This one is supposed to be Demonic Zeal. This one is, I don't know why the face looks like that, but if the image was less lazily drawn, this would be a B tier, but for now I'll put it in C tier. Next up, Metamorphosis. This one is an actually really cool icon. This is just cool. That's just cool. That's an A tier. It's also a really powerful ability, but we're not talking about how strong the ability is. Alright, now here's one that like, just like the Cold Feet all the way back whenever I was talking about the Ancient Apparition. Reflection, I'm fairly certain that is Kunkka, right? I'm fairly certain that person in the icon is a Kunkka whose, like, mustache has been, you know, shaved off. It's an edited Kunkka that they turned into this icon. But you know what? I love this icon. This is another Jesus, Terrorblade. You're on a roll. That's an S tier ability icon. I extremely love this icon. I don't know. I don't even play Terrorblade that much, but this is a great icon. The imagery Yeah, from a striking standpoint, like how simple or use of colors, it's not that aggressive, but just by the creative use of it alone puts it in S tier. So, great spell icon. This one is Sunder. I think it's really good. The fact that you can see the life force literally being swapped out. If the resolution was a little higher, I'd put it in A tier. But for now, B tier. And this one is Terror Wave. This one is fine. So this is C tier. Tide Hunter. We got Anchor Smash. This one is fine. C tier. This one is the anchor chain thing. Dead in the Water. Yeah, I like it. This one is a far better icon. The fact that you can kind of see the anchor being dragged along is really cool. B tier. Gush. This one is far more fitting for the Ags than the base spell, but it's definitely better than some of the other water splash abilities. Just for that alone, and considering how old Tide Hunter is in terms of being a character, that's a B tier. First, then we got Kraken Shell. I kind of dig. Okay, this one falls under the concept art fallacy, but I just like how goofy and cool the picture is. Right? Executive decision. That's an A tier. Despite how crudely drawn Tide Hunter is, but I like the icon, so A tier. And then Ravage. This one is fine. I feel like if they showed like a ship being tossed around right there and some like random stick figure people or like silhouettes of tiny people being pushed out, it'd be a lot better. C tier. Alright, home stretch. Let's keep going. We got Tinker. This one is Defense Matrix. This one, in terms of its icon, it's definitely reflective of the shield. I'll just put that as a C tier and be done with it. Now we got Keen Conveyance, right? Yes. It's nice that it mimics the teleport icon. It's fine. C tier. Laser. For such a powerful ability, and it's a laser, you'd think this icon would look better. C tier. Damn, Tinker, you're not impressing me so far. March of the Machines. This one is a lot more aggressive, and it's the classic. It conveys a lot of things coming at you. B tier. That's good. Rearm. It's a cog literally turning around to the point that it even has an arrow. This one is fine. C tier. And finally, we got a Warp Flare. This one is fine. Not really impressed with Tinker here. Alright, now we got Tiny. Avalanche. The resolution on this ability is rough, if I might say. But I like it. The fact that the middle is empty, so you can convey that that's where the avalanche started, is a nice touch. B tier. And we got Grow. This one's goofy. I like this one. The fact that it's like Tiny coming out of his literal shell to grow. Cool. B tier. And we got Toss. This one is fine. That's fine. That's a C tier. Tree Volley. This one it's kind of rough. I mean, at least it says what it's supposed to do, and it's nice that the trees are pointed, so it kind of looks like arrows. C tier. And then Tree Grab. This one is also fine. C tier. And then we got Treant Protector. I'll keep going until I can do a couple more. 1 second, just need to check on something. 1 second. Let me drink some water. Still not feeling 100%. But I think I might be able to finish all this. How are you guys doing? You guys enjoying this allegedly chill video? Alright. Now we got Eyes in the Forest. Everyone's favorite free ward that is not a free ward because Trent has to farm this fucking thing. But that's a very high render of a tree. That's a very high definition render of a tree. It looks really good. It mimics the effects in the game. That's an A tier. Yeah. Leech Seed. Again, aggressive imagery. Black energy bolts protruding from the seed. That is really good, actually. Despite how basic the seed looks like. But, I don't know. I'm a sucker also for, like, black crackling energy. If that feels weird, you can feel free to clip that and take that out of context. Living Armor. This one is good. I like it. It's simple, but it conveys what it's doing. Yeah, B tier. And this one is Nature's Grasp. This one is not good. That is not good. That's a D tier. That's a yucky stinky right there. And then finally we got Overgrowth. This one is kind of similar. This is what I meant. Crystal Maiden's Stun and this one share the same silhouette. Yeah, see? Look, I'll put it right next to Crystal Maiden. See that? Like the coloring is different, and like they posterized it or simplified it, but it's the same outline, exactly the same. Nice job, Valve. So just for that, I'm gonna put it in the same category, C tier. It is fine. Troll Warlord, we got battle trends. Yeah, between just because they're right next to each other, Battle Trance is this one, and the one next to it is Berserker's Rage, and they kind of look, similar. Except Berserker's Rage is just a far better icon if you're trying to convey this guy is fucking crazy. I'll put this one in C tier. Right, that's Battle Trance. That's the ultimate. And Berserker's Rage. This one is infinitely better. I like how it also conveys the two colors. Yeah, infinitely better. That's an A tier. It's got the blue, the light blue, and the red, which is kind of like Troll's colors. That's an A tier. This one is Fervor. This one does not look like jack shit. That's a D tier. That's no. Bad icon. This one is Berserker, no, whatever it used to be called. Was it called Berserker's Rage? The ability for Troll to just change. Yeah, Berserk Battle Stance. That's what it was. To just change into range and melee and stuff. This one is fine. This one is a C tier. That's fine. Whirling Axes in melee. This one is also fine. And Whirling Axes in range. This is also fine. It's really just the Berserker's Rage that was a really good icon. You know what? For the next one, I'm gonna go from the bottom up this time. So we got Wyvern. This one is Winter's Curse. This is a nice icon. I dig it. I dig it. This one I'll put as a B tier. I guess it is kind of hard for them to justify how can we convey a spell that infects the enemies to make them want to kill each other, but our character is not like a psychic character. Our character is an ice dragon. How do we convey an ice dragon making their enemies go insane and attack one another? But whatever, it's fine. Then we got Ice Shards, or no, not Ice Shards, Splinter Ice Shard, whatever it's called. You know the one. She shoots at the target, and your pause 5 Winter's Wyvern steals her range creep. This one is fine. C tier. This one is Cold Embrace or Winter's Embrace. It's good. No, it's like the silhouette thing all over again, right? See? It's right next to Treant Protectors. It's fine. And next up we got Arctic Burner, the one where she flies up in the air. I like this one better. Yeah, this one is definitely better. I guess it could convey that she's soaring more. Instead it looks like she's coming in for a hug. But it's still good. B tier. Windrunner. Now we got Windrun. Does what it says it does. Yeah. I feel like it's just a little bland. And that's very clearly her character model running. So C tier. Shackle Shot. This one is better. I know you can't actually do this in game. You can't just target 2 trees, but it symbolizes what it's trying to say a lot better. If it was targeting someone else, right, with a funny expression and the tree behind them, it would be a lot better. I'd probably put that in A tier, but as it stands, B tier. It's good. Power Shot. This one is this is fine. C tier. And this is Gale Force. Oops. Yeah, I like this one. That's a B tier. That's a B tier. Now we got Focus Fire. This one is the resolution is not doing it any favors. And it's also just kind of bland. Sorry, Wind Ranger. That's a C tier. We got Weaver Time Lapse. I like it. The fact that it's a spiral, and I guess, yeah, no, it's good. I like this icon. This is a good icon. The fact that Weaver, you can literally, the spiral is himself, right? That's a good icon. That's an A tier. The Swarm, this one, I mean, at least the render is high quality, and it is the Beatles, so that's a B tier, yeah. Scoochie, this one is fine, does what it does. C tier. And this Gemini, it's the one where he attacks twice. It says what it does, and it visualizes that. Actually, no, it does the job well enough. I'll put it in B tier. Fuck it, maybe I can just keep going until I finish all this. Warlock Upheaval. This one is very aggressive looking. Like, it kind of reminds me of the arms in the Hades levels from God of War, from the old God of War games. If you guys ever played those, looks really nice. That's a B tier. Warlock. Okay, now Shadow Word. This is when he says a bunch of slurs and it follows you around, dealing damage. This one is fine. It's a C tier. Golems, the Rock, Summon Golem. This one is a really good icon, actually. Yeah, just the design of the golems are very nice. The fire emulating them, but it's not super busy, so you can still make out that it is a golem, a fire demon golem. So that's good. That's an A tier. Next up, Fatal Bonds. Now this one is a really good icon. This one is, maybe if it showed 2 skeletons being linked together, it would be far better. If there was more refinement on this image, I'd be happy to put that in S tier. But as it stands right now, that's an A tier. I'd almost be happy to put that as an S tier. All right, now I'll go back to Tusk now. This one is what is this one called again? Drinking Buddies. It's nice. It's a good quality icon. I'll put that as a a B tier. That's a B tier. I like it. Colorful, friendly. We got Ice Shards. This one is fine. That's a C tier. It's kind of like Jakiro's Ice Path, which I'm assuming I placed in here. Yeah, I mean, Ice Wall's there. Yeah, it's kind of the same. Yeah. Snowball. It does what it says. It's a ball. It's not an orb. It's not a generic magic orb. That's a C. This one is Tag Team. Except it's only Tusk. You'd think that you'd see him and someone else because it's a tag team. But, you know, Tusk's friendly demeanor and his face just being right there, it's good. I like it. That's a B tier. I'm putting it in B tier despite it not reflecting what the spell actually does. And the two Walrus body parts hitting the opponent icons. Walrus Kick and Walrus Punch. Now, Walrus Punch, or Kick, sorry, Jesus. I like it. It's funny. The resolution on the icon is just a tad lower than I'd like it to be, so that's a B tier. But Walrus Punch, on the other hand, is a far better icon. I'll put that in A tier. Yep, that's a good icon. Home stretch. Oh boy! All right, I'm just gonna power through it. We got Undying. This one is Ceaseless Dirge, I believe is what it's called. Yeah, that's his innate. See, this is what Wraith King's thing could have used. The reincarnate. Yeah, this is a far better use of imagery. A tier, maybe S tier, but we'll see. Decay. This one is fine. It's decaying the ground, but when you think of decay, you think more like living creature, but it's fine. C tier. Flesh Golem. This one is better. B tier. I like how you know, it is Undying becoming this big old thing. They can't show the guts hanging from his stomach, I guess, too graphic, but it looks good. B tier. Soul Rip. This one is fine. And Tombstone. For such an iconic ability, you'd think its icon would be better. C tier. Yeah, not feeling it. Ursa. Earth Shock. This one, terrible. Again, reeks of the concept art image that they just kind of lazily drew together. Bad. C tier. D tier. Enrage. This one is a much more aggressive and far better icon. That's an A tier right there. The fact that it's a that it's a bear skull too helps. Fury Swipes. This one is fine, I think. Yeah, that's a C tier. And finally we got Overpower. This one is, oh dude, that's a rough icon, man. They need to buff up Ursa's icons. That is yikes. I mean, the colors, the striking colors is there, but yikes. That is a poor icon. Anyway, Vengeful Spirit. We got Vengeance Aura, which used to be her old character model. For those who remember Vengeance old model way back when. Just for that alone, I'll put it in B tier. Because I like it. It's her old icon. B tier. Magic Missile. This one is fine. C tier. Nether Swap. This one is better. The use of the conveying of motion with the two orbs is very good, and then you got blue and red because it's trying to convey good guy and bad guy. Very good. B tier. Then we got Wave of Terror. This one, I mean, at least it looks like the wave, so I'll put that in C tier. Now we got Venomancer. This is the new ultimate. Noxious Plague. It looks like... I'm almost tempted to put in D tier, but I won't, because at least the detailing on the spell itself is of decent quality. C tier. Now we got Plague Wards. This one is fine. C tier. This one is Poison Sting. Now, I like the fact that you can actually see the skin dissolving, right? The noxious poison eating away at them. You know what? Just for that, because it is an aggressive piece of imagery. That's an A tier, I feel like. Because this one conveys poison better than any other poison ability I've seen so far. Yeah, because if you want to... Well, I guess it could be conveyed as acid, but that's basically what Venomancer does. He melts you. This one is Venomous Gale. Terrible. Ball of rough-looking poison. That's a D tier. Almost there. Alright, now we got Viper, the other poison boy. We got Corrosive Skin. It is the pattern on his back. That's a C tier. This one is... I like how all of Viper's abilities are just different versions of spit poison. This is spit poison in a circle. It is fine. This one is dive at people with poison. I guess I actually like the imagery on this one a lot better. The fact that you can his mouth and eyes are just drawn as white. Yeah, that's a better icon. B tier. This one is spit poison at them, vanilla edition. Yeah, you see, orbs of poison, bad. Nether, oh dude, this one is just worse. This one is spit poison at them angrily. Yeah, see, bad, very bad. Fine. Now the last two. All right, let's get it. We got Visage. This one is Grave Chill. Yes. This one, the fact that it's supposed to be cold, right? And the arms are reaching out like to drag you back or or in this case slow you down. It's good. I like this one. B tier. Gravekeeper's Cloak. The fact that at least now, because before you couldn't actually see the cloak like floating around Visage before, but now you can. For that reason alone, I'll put this in B tier. It's a low B tier, but it's good. I like it. Alright. Now this one is Silent as the Grave. Now that's a awesome fucking name. And this icon is also really good. Very aggressive. I'm a sucker, again, for characters that when the hero is staring at the screen with aggressive lighting and imagery. That's an A tier for sure. Now we got Soul Assumption. This one is fine. This one is fine. It's like Viper, Spit Poison, Visage, Spit Souls, I guess. I don't know. This one is the Stone Form. There's two of them. I'm just gonna rate them together because I think one is for Visage himself. Stone Form, Drop from Stone Form to stun. This one is fine. It does what it says it does. Both of those are C tier. Finally, Summon Familiars. This one is also fine. It could have been better. I mean, it summons two, which is accurate, but I don't know, something about it just seems generic, but not terrible. And finally, we got Void Spirit, the last one. We got Aether Remnant. This one is a good Remnant icon. Not as good as Storm's, but it's good. I believe that one is supposed to be the real one, the other one is supposed to be the Remnant, but it's still good. I like it. B tier. Next up, we got Astral Step. This one is also... Well, the fact that it's him cleaving through people as he phases through them. It's aggressive. It implies motion, but it seems like, you know, you don't see his weapon, but you don't need to. That's an A tier. This one is Dissimulate. I like it. It matches what the spell looks like. that's a B. Yeah. And finally, we got Resonant Pulse. This one is... I feel like the spell... Well, it does match what it's supposed to do. It sends out a wave, and then it turns into a shield afterwards. No, actually, because of the lighting and the fact that it is very clearly a wave, I will put this final spell in A tier. Yeah, because it mimics the whole character in the middle with an outline staring at you with glowing eyes. Yeah, see? Like all these other spells. And just like that, I have finished all ranking and rating all of the Dota 2 spell icons. Here, I'm gonna slowly pan this down so that way you can see what abomination I have made. I only have a handful of S tiers, but I feel like that's how it's supposed to be, right? Your S tier is only reserved for the best of the best, and I feel like those icons are, to me, the best. Of course, personal bias plays a huge part in this, but then again, we're talking about what is essentially art, because that's what these icons are. They are art. They're supposed to convey what the spell does, so it has a mechanical utility and purpose. But also, who says that you can't make an icon for a cool, flashy spell equally cool and flashy? And I feel like a lot of these icons do that. Now, of course, they're not all the same. They're not all equal. Some of these icons were made when this game was still in beta, evidenced by a lot of the spells that were listed in D tier. But I feel like this one kind of just shows my feelings towards these icons. And again, huge thanks to Dota 2 PowerPoint for making this tier list, because, well, in their video they made it because they were ranking all of the icons. No, they were ranking all of the spells objectively as a quote good Dota player, which again I am not. I'm very rusty and I don't know. As you could tell, I was forgetting half of the spells in this little tier list. So big thanks to Dota 2 PowerPoint for making this. I will link their channel and their video in the video description below. Yeah, I just hope that you can agree with some of these. Again, I don't blame you if you didn't watch this entire video, because it is an extremely needlessly long video. But yeah, here are my picks, and we're about to reach the bottom of D tier now, I believe. Is this D tier? Yes, this is... These were the icons... No, this is still C tier. No, there's still a ways to go. But yeah, I think there might have been some ability icons that were not on here. Chalk that up to technical difficulties when it came to importing some of these icons, but that's fine. Overall, this kind of shows you the things that I value as this pseudo wannabe artist. I haven't been practicing art. I have no formal training. I'm just a guy who likes drawing every now and then. Okay, I have no formal training. I've never visited an art class in my life. But you know, it doesn't take. You don't need to be a professionally trained artist to actually judge art. Because I feel like art is, again, it's subjective. Everyone can have an opinion of it. And I guess by the definition of being a professional artist means that if you've made money from drawing, then technically that's true, because I've drawn for friends and people, so maybe that does make me a professional artist. It doesn't. Don't. I'm not good at drawing, so... Regardless, these are the spells that I liked, and as we're now reaching the D tier here, these are the spell icons that I feel like I don't like. You can tell because a lot of them are rough concept art style icons. Some of them are just like rough paint brush work that they just kind of splotted together in Photoshop. And yeah, there we go. Those are all of the icons of Dota 2. So please let me know which one you agree with, which one you disagree with. One last pan over, did I get the S tiers correct? Do you like the S tiers? And did you not like the D tiers? I have a lot of D tiers actually. Let me zoom out so I can kind of see it in its entirety. It's kind of hard to see. So there, that's this zoomed out all the way. S tier, A tier, B tier, lots in C tier, which makes sense. So there you go. Final look over. And thank you for watching. I doubt any of you watched this whole thing. If you did, thank you for being here, for letting me serenade you with my terrible voice while you sleep or eat or do something. And yeah, thanks for watching. Comment down below if you have any thoughts about my tier list here, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, Internet Wanderer. Do the YouTube things.